yeah. Shake it, but keep pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eye. The Bible guy, he reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy, he turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy, watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, folks. Bible Guy here, coming at you live from Northeast Texas. How are we all doing today? Make sure, everyone, that you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about the Bible. I'm your friendly Biblehood guy. Biblehood? Friendly neighborhood Bible guy. Man. Guys, fuck. I recently watched a movie. I don't watch, like, scary movies all that much. So I watched one recently, and fuck, I could not fall asleep to save my life last night. I was on, like, fight or flight mode, and I had to, like, watch a whole ass other movie then just to get over like that little, like, feeling. Human beings are so strange. But we already have a guest here. Let's see. Byzantino. Oh, they disappeared. Well. Anyways, everyone, make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Tap that screen like Jonathan wanted to tap King David. Byzantino, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
God, just see him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yeah.
All right, I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Today's topics are: the Bible is bullshit, Christianity is false, and Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to us about?
The Bible being BS.
Yeah, the reason I think the Bible's bullshit is because it contains scientific and historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecy.
Interesting. So, would you take the account for, like, the flood being true and everything? Do you agree with that, or?
No, of course not.
Okay, good. I don't believe in that either. Wonderful. So, yeah, can you point out how it's false? Scripture.
Yeah, like, the scientific errors are pretty damning. The contradictions and the fact that it's got prophecies that just outright failed. Would you like an example of a contradiction, chronological contradiction in the Bible?
Yeah, and I would prefer the original languages written and not the error of English.
What?
Yeah, I'd prefer the original Greek or Hebrew was written to get a better understanding of what it's saying.
Oh, okay. Sure. Now, let's see. Do you agree with the gospel? Let's talk about the nativity story of Jesus. How familiar are you with the nativity stories of Jesus?
The what? Nativity?
Yeah. Are you familiar
Never
with
heard of that. What is that?
You've never heard of the word nativity?
Oh, never mind. You're cutting out a bit, yeah.
All right. How familiar are you with those nativity stories?
A bit familiar. 7 out of 10.
All right. Do you agree or disagree with the Gospel of Matthew that Jesus was born during the reign of King Herod the Great?
Oh, yeah, I would agree.
And do you agree or disagree with the Gospel of Luke when it states that Jesus was born during the time when Quirinius was the governor of Syria?
You got to give me what scripture. You're just saying the book of Luke and the book of Matthew.
Yeah, a book of Luke, chapter 2, verses 1 through 2. I can read it for you if you'd like. Let's see. Luke, chapter 2. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration and was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house of family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. So do you agree with the Gospel of Luke that Jesus was born when Quirinius was the governor of Syria and when he did his census?
Yeah, I would agree.
All right. Well, okay, here's the problem. When did Herod die?
According to scripture or historicity?
According to, well, scripture wouldn't tell you the date, so you'd have to go to history.
Yeah, history.
Yeah, when did Herod die?
Oh, after Christ.
Well, of course, but like, do you know the date? At
Exact
least,
date, but I definitely know after
well,
Christ.
like the year.
No, I think AD probably around the 80s.
Actually, BC. 4 BC is when.
before Christ.
Well, we don't really use BC and AD anymore because it's kind of outdated, and also it means that Jesus would be born in around 6 to 4 BC before Christ, which doesn't really make any sense. So we actually don't use that anymore. We use what's called BCE and CE, before the Common Era and the Common Era. But Herod died in 4 BCE. Now, Quirinius didn't become governor of Syria until a decade after Herod was already dead, meaning that the only way Jesus could be born both during the time of King Herod the Great and the time when Quirinius is governor of Syria would be for him to like crawl back up into his mother's vagina and be born a second time. Oh, he left. Wow. Well, what a way to start today's episode. Oh my god. Okay. I guess I'll bring up Cyberwatch community instead. Cyberwatch community, I'll ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, I'm 19 years old.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
I'm Catholic, yeah.
All right, which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to talk to us about?
Well, I guess the last one, Jesus is dead. Why do you believe that?
Yeah, because people don't live to be 2,000 years old. It's been 2,000 years since Jesus was alive. Therefore, Jesus is dead, unless you can give me a reason to think otherwise.
Yeah, well, so I think the biggest problem here is that we are operating based off of 2 different beliefs here. Christians believe that he conquered death. But
Sure,
since you're an atheist, it would
that is
make
the
sense that he didn't.
Yeah,
So,
why should I think he conquered death?
well, Christians believe that he was assumed into heaven after he was crucified and
Assumed?
died and came back.
Don't you mean he was ascended into heaven? He ascended into heaven?
Yeah.
Assumption is the word you would use for the Virgin Mary, not for
Yes,
Jesus.
yes. Thank you for correcting me. I really appreciate that.
So, okay, why should I think that's true, though?
Well, that's what the Gospels teach you. You don't have to believe it, but
All right, why should
if you
I
want to go
believe
to
the
heaven, then
Gospels?
yes.
Why should I believe the Gospels when they lie about what the Old Testament says, they contradict each other, they have failed prophecies in them?
Well, I don't think that the book has to be exactly coherent for it to teach the Gospels to you.
But like,
It is
why
a
should I
it is
believe
a
that
fallible
they're?
source.
I agree that they are very fallible, which by the way is contrary to like what the Catechism would say about the Gospels. Now, why should I believe the Gospels be true?
Well, the Gospels themselves aren't fallible, but the entire book, it's been rewritten or it's been transcribed by many people over and over, and
Yeah, but even
the
in
same stories are being told, but the
even the-
details may not be as
Well, no, in some
close to what
instances,
you want it to be.
in some instances, the same story is not being told. Like the nativity stories are 100% completely different from each other, with the one exception of Jesus being born in Bethlehem. Other than that, they're completely different. But why should I believe the Gospels when they make the claim that Jesus resurrected from the dead?
Well, I mean, you don't really. Again,
I know
Catholics believe in free will.
I know I don't. Oh God, I can't believe I have to keep saying this now. I know I don't have
Okay.
to. I'm asking for
Yeah.
a justified reason to think it's true.
So we believe that in faith. We
Well,
don't really have to have overbearing evidence for that.
Faith isn't useful to a person who's actually interested in what's true. Faith is what you have when you don't have evidence. I mean, because you have faith, and a Muslim also has faith, and y'all come to different conclusions. You both can't be right. Faith doesn't seem like a very good tool for getting to the truth.
I agree with the Muslim, comparison there. But fun fact, we don't believe the same thing though.
I know. So faith doesn't seem like a very good tool for getting to the truth. Might as well flip a coin.
Well, it depends what truth you subscribe to. If you subscribe to the truth of the papal authority, then yeah, you'll believe what I'm telling you. But
I
if you
don't.
That makes sense.
Yes. Why
Again,
should?
that
Why
makes
should?
sense.
The question is, why should I? Why should I think it's true?
Well, do you want to go to heaven?
I don't think heaven's real.
Well, I'm sorry that you don't believe in heaven, man. I will pray for you.
I'll think for you, I guess. I mean, is this really your
I mean,
defense?
you can go ahead and think for me, man. I will greatly appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Is this really your defense?
I mean, yeah, man.
It's kind of lazy.
I apologize if you expected more from me.
Do you not have any justified reasons for your belief? Do you just like believe things on faith?
You know, I know you want me to have a more concrete explanation for it.
I would like you to have
But
any
as of
kind of
right now,
explanation
I don't have anything on top of my head.
other than I just believe what's been told to me.
No, it's a lot more than that. But if that's what you want to boil it down to, yeah.
This is kind of lazy. All it is, intellectually lazy.
Don't you think that what you're doing is also a little bit lazy?
You've been handed a dogma by your church, and you don't seem to have really thought about it all that much.
And no,
I have actually.
Cyberwatch, Dalton has not been lazy. Dalton has done extensive research into both Christianity, Judaism. He speaks Hebrew and he knows Greek. He's done extensive research on all of these things. That's why he's not a Christian. So no, don't you accuse him of being lazy when he's actually done.
I think I have my right to have an opinion.
Your opinion is wrong. Your opinion is just wrong, factually wrong. I'm
Well, so is yours, buddy. I'm sorry you
It's
feel
not.
bad about that.
Well, you haven't been able to demonstrate. You haven't been able to demonstrate.
God bless
that.
you, brother. I really hope you come to the whole.
You're not about to run. You're not about to run, are you? You're not about to run.
No, man. I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
Until you kick me.
Now it's
kick me for it?
it's factually demonstrated that you're wrong about me being lazy. I've done the work. Anyone who watches the show knows I've done the work. I'm ex-Catholic, and the reason I stopped believing in like Christianity was because, well, first and foremost, Jesus didn't fulfill any prophecies
You lost your faith.
about the Messiah from the Old Testament.
Really? What about the ones from Isaiah and Zechariah?
Be more specific.
I don't have to list them, man. I mean, you should
Yes,
be
you
able to
do.
know what I'm talking about.
Well, which one from Isaiah?
There's like 3 that people claim are in Isaiah, and they're all debunked. Every single prophecy you're going to look at they claim is about Jesus is actually just a cherry-picked quotation from the Hebrew Bible that has absolutely nothing to do with Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say I'm wrong here. Can you tell me one prophecy he did not fulfill?
Yeah, he didn't bring world peace.
Isaiah 11.
Okay. You have another one?
Do you got one that he did fulfill?
I mean, there's one about him coming in on a donkey.
Well, did you actually read that passage? All of it?
You know, I can honestly tell you that I did not read a whole lot of that. So, I mean, yeah, you're right.
That makes sense.
Rejoice, O greatly, daughter Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you. Triumphant and victorious is he, humble and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. He will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the war horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall command peace to the nations. His dominion shall be from sea to sea, and from river to the ends of the earth. When did Jesus cut off the chariot from Ephraim and the war horse from Jerusalem?
I don't think he has to fulfill all of that one.
He does.
I mean,
he does.
Does he?
If you want to just like say he half-assed the fulfillment, then fine. Then anyone who rides in Jerusalem on a donkey, and there's been tons of people do that, are just as likely to be the Messiah. Then, if you don't have to fulfill all of the prophecy, only parts of it, then anyone could be the Messiah.
Well, I mean, think about Judas. Wasn't he upset about him not fulfilling all the prophecies?
No, that's not in the Bible.
Oh, really?
You've been watching The Chosen, haven't you?
Oh yeah, buddy, you know it.
Yeah, don't get your theology from The Chosen.
Oh, come on, what do you mean? It's so accurate, man.
No, it isn't.
It makes you all the time.
Another good one, I think, would be the virgin birth. This is another prophecy that Jesus didn't fulfill. So in Matthew 1:23, the author makes a claim that Jesus was born of a virgin, And the prophecy he quotes is, "Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son." But if you actually look at that prophecy, it's really talking about the Syro-Ephraimite war, when kings Rezin and Pekah are going to be defeated by the king of Assyria. And the prophecy is that there's a young woman, Hinef al-Mahara, look, the young woman is pregnant, and that by the time she's going to give birth to a son, and that by the time her son is old enough to know right from wrong, Rezin and Pekah will be defeated by the king of Assyria. It was a prophecy of the Syro-Ephraimite war, something that happened in the 730s BCE. Has nothing to do with it. The author Matthew was wrong.
No virgin birth mentioned at all in the book of Isaiah.
Is it all you guys have?
Well, do you not have any? I mean, I feel like we're bringing all the food, and you're just sitting
You see,
there.
the original topic was that Jesus is dead, and now we're kind of spiraled out to a whole different conversation.
You couldn't defend the fact that he was alive, other than, well, the Bible says so. But when I asked you why should I believe the Bible, you just sort of shrugged your arms and like said, I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to, man.
I
That's up to you.
Cyber, we're aware of the fact that we don't have to, but I would like for you to give me a justified reason to think that Jesus isn't dead.
I think even if I was able to produce one, you'd still find your way to argue out of it.
That's not true.
It's not true. Not if you had good evidence.
Cyber, if you could provide us with any, I feel bad. I feel weird calling you Cyber. Cyberwatch is what I'm going to call it. Cyberwatch.
Yeah.
If you can actually find me any kind of genuine evidence that Jesus was alive, or that he fulfilled prophecies, or that he was anything the book claims he was, then, and you could actually provide me good evidence of this, I wouldn't be able to argue out of it.
Sorry, what?
If you could actually find me any kind of genuine evidence that Jesus fulfilled prophecies, or that he was anything that the book claims he was, then I wouldn't be able to argue out of it if you could find me actual evidence for it.
I just need you to put in like a modicum amount of effort into this conversation. It feels like we're putting in most of the work here.
Well, it sounds like you've already done all your research beforehand, right?
Yeah, he has. Me and him both have, yeah.
Oh, you have too?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it.
I learned a lot from him, and I also did my own research as well and other things too.
Do I just need to move on, or are you going to be lazy?
I mean, I'm not being lazy, man. I'm side tasking.
You are. You're boring as fuck. You're being lazy.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for boring you, man.
I don't care. You're not bringing anything to the conversation.
I'm just not giving you any fuel, man. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm sorry.
I hope you guys have.
Nah, you're boring. Just to be clear, everyone, Cyberwatch was incapable of defending his religion. He had zero reasons for us to think that Jesus was actually resurrected, or that we should believe in the Gospels. What a waste of our time. God. Don't you hate when you just have a guest who comes up and they're just like some of the intellectually most laziest people? I expected more from a Catholic. And that's where I went wrong. That's where I go wrong most of the time in these conversations, is I expect too much from the opposition. And that's why I think I often get really upset with the Christians who come up here, and because I just expect like more from them than I really should. I really need to start lowering my bar a lot, and maybe I won't be as disappointed when these Christians come up. That's what I'm getting to the conclusion of. Is this what Christianity offers? I guess. He was a Christian light. He was a what?
He was Christian light. He
Christian
didn't have the full version.
I also expect too much, and I get annoyed. Yeah. I expected more from a Catholic, in a sense. I hear a lot. Listen, Catholics are generally at least more rigorous in their apologetics than like Protestants are. So that's why I expected more from them. But he was just lazy. His
problem was that he didn't donate enough to church, so he didn't get the full version. He got Christian light. If he had paid the full premium, he would have gotten Christian, the entire Christian.
Like when I was Catholic, I spent a majority of my time listening to like hard-hitting apologetics from people like Trent Horn or oh god, it's been so long. Jimmy Akin, the Catholic Answers fellas. I would have been very disappointed as a Catholic to have someone come up and like do that kind of performance. To be fair, they all have the same apologetics. Some are it's not all the same. Like people like I would consider people like Trent Horn of a higher caliber than people like Cliff Knechtel, for example. who I consider very low tier. He got spoon-fed feed from his pastor baby. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Anyways, Christians, come on up. Let's have a conversation about the Bible being bullshit, Christianity's being false, and Jesus being dead. Cliff is the lowest of low tiers. I don't know. I don't know why it is a lot of like Christians come up here and go, you should debate Cliff. Like debating Cliff would not go a lot better than debating most of the Christians I debate here on this channel. Cliff doesn't even I was watching a video where Cliff and Matt Dillahunty were debating, and Cliff wasn't even aware of the fact that there was more than one kind of slavery allowed by the Torah. Embarrassing.
It is, yeah. I had someone come up on my live. They didn't come up on my live, but they were in the comments, and they said you should look like Cliff Cannell. And I was like, I watched him get absolutely wrecked by Matt Dillahunty. I don't think that I could learn anything from that guy.
Yeah, facts. All right, everyone, keep tapping that screen. I was looking for Guy of the Bible. He is here. What do you think about Q Top Down? Annoying as fuck, and also low tier. I don't. There's something just so off-putting about him. He just seems very. And also, I know he's got some accusations against him, some PDF accusations. So I don't want anything to do with him. Even
I think one of my favorites was watching the debate with Jordan Peterson and Matt Dillahunty, and Jordan Peterson not realizing that his arguments were debunked the last time they debated. Like he had somehow not come up with any new arguments. He used the same ones, and Matt just debunked them all again.
That's hilarious. Thoughts on the fragmentary supplementary model of the Torah as opposed to Baden's neo-doc view? So I don't think we really have any evidence that pieces of the Torah go back to a time around the time when Moses would have allegedly lived. We just don't have I don't think we have enough evidence to suggest that. So I hold to the scholarly standard of the documentary hypothesis. What about Inspiring Philosophy? He's so low tier. It's insane. It's crazy is that when I was a Christian, I thought Inspiring Philosophy was like the GOAT. And then like Dan McClellan has repeatedly shown that IP never actually quotes his sources correctly, which is so funny.
I watched the debate with Wi-Fi Gospel and Justin. Oh my goodness, Wi-Fi Gospel got destroyed in that. And the funniest thing is that the topic of the debate was, did Jesus fulfill prophecy? And Wi-Fi Gospel came to run tag. And I think the most telling part of the entire debate is that Justin has a real bookshelf behind him with books. Wi-Fi Gospel has a green screen library behind him.
I hate the green screen library shit. Okay, Philly Sports Live. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. This is Johnny. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to us about?
What about all of them? Like, I mean,
We got to pick one.
how can you prove that he's dead?
Whoa, I didn't.
Jesus is dead.
Oh yeah, very simple. People don't live to be 2,000 years old, and it's been 2,000 years since Jesus was alive.
Well,
also going
he
robot
died
there,
and
bro.
resurrected.
What's the evidence for that?
What? That's what the Bible says. I believe the Bible.
Why should we believe the Bible?
Okay, put God aside, you don't believe that Jesus Christ lived 2,000 years ago?
Wait, I just said that people don't live to be 2,000 years old. Jesus lived 2,000 years ago.
Where do you get your information, man?
About what?
What you're saying? What do you mean about what?
That people don't live
Are
to
you
be
naive?
2000 that people don't live to be 2000 years old? Where do I get that information?
No, that Jesus is dead. Or Jesus didn't live.
I you're not listening, are you? I've said already twice now that I think Jesus did live 2000 years
yeah,
ago.
but where do you get your information, man?
Oh, that Jesus existed 2000
You're a
years
funny
ago?
guy. I said,
Flavius Josephus mentions him in his work.
what are you talking about? How do you not know that? How do you not know?
Are you lost? Are you not tracking the conversation?
I think
Philly's
you're lost, man.
explaining.
Okay, here. Philly. Yes or no? Have I already stated 3 times that I think Jesus did exist 2000 years ago?
Well, I think you're a dipshit.
I don't think you're listening. This is embarrassing. I've already said.
Embarrassing of you because you're an idiot.
Philly. Yes or no? Do I think Jesus existed?
It doesn't matter. That's your opinion,
No,
but
no.
I mean, you're a
it
dipshit.
It does matter because you're not listening.
You're an idiot.
Someone said
you're an
Philly,
idiot.
Someone said Philly is drunk. Are you drunk right now, Philly? Did you drink and call in?
Also, Philly,
No, what are you talking about, man?
Also, Philly, if you believe in the Bible, what makes you think you come up here and you call Dalton a dipshit when Colossians 3:12 is very clear that as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved.
Well, you don't believe that. You don't believe Jesus existed. So why?
You do though. You do though, Philly.
Philly.
As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourself with kindness, humility, meekness, patience, and compassion. Philly, you've not demonstrated any of these qualities.
Well, I can call him.
Philly, listen. I will say this again one more time, and I'll say it slowly, so maybe your like dipshit ape brain can understand it.
Ape?
I do think Jesus existed. I'll say it again really slowly for you. I, the Bible guy, do in fact believe that Jesus existed a long time ago.
Okay, so then what are you saying that Jesus is dead?
Because he existed a long time ago, and people don't live to be 2000 years old.
You don't read the Bible?
Wait, Herod, I do read the Bible. I just don't believe the Bible's true.
Yeah, that's just totally berserk to me, man. Like,
It's demonstrable.
do you believe that God is real?
No, I don't think God is real.
Well, you better check your soul.
Wait a minute. You came on. Do you not see? Do you not see the screen? What does it say right below? What does it say right below the Bible guy?
You're an atheist.
Okay. What does an atheist
Were you
believe?
always an atheist?
No, I used to be a Christian.
Yeah. What turned your mind on that?
Oh, I read this book here. Wait, I got it right here, and it turned me into an atheist.
Oh wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, this is a terrible book. I agree.
No, I said that's terrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible book.
Terrible book. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't say it's a terrible book. You said that. I didn't say it's a terrible book.
You said it's terrible, and I agree. It's terrible. It's a terrible book.
No, it's terrible that you turn your way from Jesus and God.
It's not terrible. It's actually quite awesome. And it's not my fault that your Bible sucks.
It's not my Bible. It's God's Bible.
No, God doesn't exist, so you can't have a Bible.
Prove that claim, Philly. Prove
so
that
why
it's
is there?
God's
Why
Bible.
does the Bible exist? Why?
Prove that.
These words exist?
Prove that this is God's Bible. Prove that this actually came from God.
Because God inspired man to write it.
Wow. Prove that God wrote the Bible, because God wrote the Bible is his response. Philly, what?
No, I said God inspired.
I have a real serious question for you. And this kind of goes, it's a question for you, but it's like also a question for like a lot of the Christians. Why do y'all are y'all like masochistic? Do y'all like getting your asses handed to you? Is that why y'all call into these shows where the person, like the atheist in question, knows the Bible better than you? And all you come up with is, I believe the Bible because the Bible's true. And how do I know the Bible's true? Because the Bible's true.
Well, it is.
No, it's not. You can't. You've yet to give me a reason.
How do you know it's not?
You've yet. Because of the scientific and historical errors, the contradictions, and the failed prophecies.
You know, there's artifacts found that were in the Bible,
and there's artifacts that disprove the Bible. So what?
What? Hey, Philly, can you name one of these artifacts? Philly, name one of the artifacts.
Yeah,
Name one of
name
the
I
it.
artifacts.
guess you and
Name an art-
Johnny will find out
name a-
when you
name an art-
die.
Or we
We'll
won't.
find God.
Well, actually, Philly, if
Yes,
me and
you
Johnny,
will.
no, Philly, actually, if it turns out that if me and Johnny are correct, and like nothing happens to us when we die, then we won't find out because we'll cease to exist. I agree, St. Brianna. This is embarrassing on Philly's part. Philly, can you name
No,
even
it's
one?
not.
Can you name even one biblical artifact?
I don't care what people I don't care what people have.
Name one artifact.
The Shredded Turin.
He loves getting his ass handed to him. I can tell.
Why do you keep muting me, man? I'm trying to talk.
Because you're a yapper. You're just a yapper. You yap
Oh
and
my
yap and yap,
gosh.
and you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
and you
yeah.
and you bring nothing of substance to this conversation. All you've said is the Bible is true.
Let me
You've yet to
finish
give
talking.
you've yet to give me a reason to think the Bible is true. Give me a
I
reason
just
to
said
think that the Bible is true.
they got the nails in a museum. They got
What prove that they are Jesus's nails. You know how many people were
Oh
crucified?
my gosh,
Wait,
man.
are you aware how many people were
They
crucified?
got the crown of thorns.
Philly, you're not listening. That's the problem. I'll ask you again. Are you aware of how many Jewish men were crucified in Palestine in the first century?
You tell me. How many?
Thousands of men
Yeah.
were crucified.
Yeah.
So how do you know that these nails were the nails that were given to Jesus as opposed to any of these other thousands of men?
Because they found him on the skull of where he was crucified.
It's called the place of the skull, Golgotha, which we have we don't even know where that's at. We don't even know if that's a real place.
Oh my goodness. It's over in the Middle East.
Well, where? And prove that it's
Okay,
that. Prove that it's the skull of the Golgotha in the Bible.
Okay. Now, you don't believe anything in the Bible?
No, there are some things that are true in the Bible. Just like you can find a few pieces of corn in a pile of shit. You can find a few
That
pieces.
doesn't make sense to me.
You can find.
Some are.
My God, I grant that it doesn't make sense. Like what? Listen to this.
I don't understand.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter contains some truths. Like Abraham Lincoln was a real person, and he was at one point president of the United States of America. But just because those parts of the movie are true, doesn't mean that Abraham Lincoln killed vampires. So Jesus may have existed, crucifixion may have occurred, but the magical bits of the story aren't real.
How do you not know?
How do you not know?
I know.
You don't know anything.
I know everything.
Oh my
Because God tells me.
My God, Philly, you're just low tier. I'm not wasting any more time on you.
I wonder why Philly can't answer simple freaking questions.
Why, oh why, can I not get one good Christian to come up here? Someone recently wrote on a comment in the video that my show gets the absolute worst fucking callers. And I agree. It's really frustrating that I can't get any good Christian callers. They're just all like dumbasses to the highest degree. People like Philly are like a waste of space. I'm gonna read some super chats real quick, and then we'll get to the next guest.
Let's see. At Narcissa 800 with $9.99 daily. Leave your trailer now and then. Damn, that's funny. At Game Guy with the $5. As a Philadelphian, I would like to say that Philly sports fan does not represent us.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna hold his dumbass against you guys. I'm aware that not everyone who's a Philly sports fan is as stupid as that Philly sports fan. All right. God damn. All right, Tesla, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to join.
Okay, you're good. Robert Wilson, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Are you at least 18?
Yes, sir.
What pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. This is Johnny. Which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to discuss with us?
Yeah, I would just go with Christianity is real just because the earth's flat.
Well, the reason I say... Oh, God damn. Anyways, the reason I say Christianity is false is because Christianity's main claim is that Jesus is the Christ and the Messiah, and yet he did not fulfill any prophecies from the Old Testament.
Yeah, would you be entertained to talk about, because the Bible teaches flat Earth? I know you agree with that.
No, we don't talk about flat
You don't want to
Earth.
get you don't
I don't.
you don't want
No,
to get cooked?
the number one thing that pisses me off more than anything in the world is conspiracy theories. So we're not going to talk about that. Not unless I have an actual scientist on the panel to discuss this with you.
Well, you don't know. That's the
Now,
problem.
are you? So, did Jesus fulfill prophecies? Yes or no?
Well, I was up here to talk about flat Earth, brother. So
I know, flat brain person
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You don't know anything
Well, if you
about the
don't talk
Bible
about-
other than the
I can
flat Earth.
drop.
I get it.
I can
You don't
drop.
know you don't know anything about the Bible except for your flat Earth bullshit. Like you're completely biblically illiterate. I get it. I
Well,
agree
if
with
you
you.
don't know
The
it, I can
Bible
just drop.
says
Hey,
the
it's-
Earth is. I
hey,
agree
it's
with you
okay.
that
You don't know.
Robert, chill the fuck out. I agree with you. The Bible is a flat Earther book, which is another reason why we don't believe in it. But that's not one of the topics on the board. The reason why Christianity is false, even if Christianity would still be false, regardless of whether or not the Earth is flat, because I would just become Jewish because Jesus didn't fulfill any prophecies from the Old Testament. I could.
Gotcha. Well, yeah.
Are you
So,
Are you going to get to that, Smooth Brain?
well, maybe I can switch. Maybe I can switch and say the Bible is correct because today the world's flat and the Bible teaches a flat.
Robert, you dumbass.
Don't call my names.
Listen, listen, you cunt. I wouldn't be a Christian even if the Earth was flat. What do you gotta say about that? I wouldn't be a Christian even if the Earth was flat, because
Well,
Jesus wasn't the Messiah.
Well, it's okay, Dalton. You can have a
Robert, you low tier. Come on.
low tier.
I know, guys. I gotta go find my keys, and so I can jingle them in front of their faces again because, like, God, just keeping them.
Hey,
on
you don't know.
task is I know this is painful. I agree. Robert, again, I would not be a Christian here just for the sake of this conversation. I'll pretend like the Earth is flat. Oh, he ran away. He ran away.
Demonstrating that's curvature in my background.
See, that's because he doesn't know the Bible. Robert, you pussy, run away. Oh, God. I was going to just go ahead and grant him flat Earth, and still I wouldn't be a Christian.
I got keys here. Hold on, let me get them out of my pocket. I think they're in my pocket. Yeah, keys.
I refuse to believe that he was a real person. No, he's just a real person. He's just really dumb is all it is. Man, it's crazy. Someone said, who is co-host? My co-host here is Johnny. Johnny Be Good. Johnny is also biblically literate, unlike the Christians that come up here like Robert. Crazy. I was willing to grant Robert flat Earth, but the fact of the matter is that he doesn't want that. He wants me to fight him on that because he doesn't know about biblical prophecy well enough to talk about the actual topic at hand. Ashlyn's at work right now. That's where she's at, Daniel. I can't believe those people actually exist. Now I know why people eat Tide Pods. Oh yeah, Robert's 100% like the kind of person who would have ate Tide Pods if he was a little bit younger. I do talk like this in person, Robert. I'm really this much of an asshole in person. Oh my God. Anyways, can we get some Philly Sports is back. Wow. Well, I guess we got no one else, so we talk to this piece of shit. Philly, do you have an actual like point to bring up now in the conversation?
Well, like the Bible says about like Israel, Jerusalem, and all these different places, they're real.
Yeah, you know what? Harry Potter mentions King Cross Station, also a real place. Is Harry Potter real?
No, he doesn't. No.
Yes, it does. Wait, how do you think Harry Potter gets to Hogwarts?
I don't watch Harry Potter.
He gets to Hogwarts by going to King's Cross Station, which is a real train station in London. Spider-Man.
Okay.
I just watched Spider-Man last night. Spider-Man lives in New York City. New York City's a real place. Is Spider-Man real?
Yes.
Billy.
Nah, I know that for a fact.
You think Spider-Man is real?
Absolutely, man.
Billy, you're stupid. You're just stupid.
Okay, no.
My God. Guys, Philly thinks Spider-Man's real. He's a child. He never grew past the age of 6, and he's mentally deficient. And at this point, it'd be bullying for me to talk to someone who's mentally 6 years old. Oh my god, this is like, these people are the
Oh, I didn't mean
worst.
to. I forgot I was muted. That's ultimately why I stopped talking to the Flash guy, though, is because I'm very certain that there's something going on mentally, and it wouldn't be right of me to keep like debating a person who has a mental illness and it's doing these things to them. It wouldn't be right of me to keep debating that person.
It's crazy because I used to be of the position where I would tell atheists, don't say that Christianity is a mental illness. Do not say that belief in God and Christianity is a mental illness.
Right.
I've changed my mind on this position. All these Christians are mentally ill. Lavender.
Hello. Hi,
Lavender.
Johnny.
Lavender, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
No, I'm actually a friendly. I know Johnny personally.
Well, I do love that you're not a Christian. Big W to you. I am only accepting opposition right now.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to say hi to Johnny. And Johnny, Marley was on Thinkers Live.
Really?
You know, yeah.
How did that go?
Interesting to say the least. Listen, he's very open-minded. He's a very like he's a good friend of mine.
Right.
The issue, in fact, is that he's still deluding himself into thinking that what he's still conforming to is ultimately good, and there's a good outcome out of it. And that's the thing that he's still holding on to. Because when we had a conversation the other night, he said, "This is my identity," and that really stuck out to me. Because I even had this conversation with James about his girlfriend who's a Christian apologetic, and about like how her identity will be shattered if he tries to convince her to become an atheist or agnostic. So I think that the conversation was good. He had to end it early because he did have to do something, but he's going to go back later. But I think the one thing that I was still kind of like, Marley, no, was that the fact that they asked him a question about, does God love the Canaanites? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, dude, we've talked about this. Like,
speaking of Thinker, everyone, just a quick reminder for everyone that I will be live on the line 2 Saturdays this month, on the 15th and the 29th. On the 15th, I will be live. Me and Justin from Deconstruction Zone will be teaming up on Devangelicals, and on the 29th, me and Thinker will be teaming up on the Devangelical show. So everyone, keep an eye out for those shows on those days.
Johnny, you better text that to me. That is really exciting. I'm not kidding when I say that it's like Avengers Endgame with like get Deconstruction Zone, get Bible Guy, get Thinker, get Christ Before Jesus, get the fucking panel up there. Like, I'm already like, it's like Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, one of these days we're gonna have an Endgame where it's all the big hitters are gonna be sitting together on one panel. That's the goal. But anyways, I think we're gonna do a restart, everyone, so that we can get some fresh theists in here. Someone who's like not a fucking baby that believes that Spider-Man is real. So everyone, we'll be right back in just a hot second. It's insane. I wish I could get good guests. Like, I do feel sometimes like my talents are wasted on these people. And I don't like to I do not like to pump my own self up like that. Like, I'm not super prideful or anything, but I do sometimes feel like my talents are wasted on some of these assholes.
No, you're very intelligent. It actually, I know what you mean. It's like, you're very intelligent. You should be going up against people who are actually rather educated. You get a lot of people who don't know anything about the Bible, and it's very unfortunate because at that point, what's the point of debating the people who don't know anything about it? Like, they're not prepared for it.
I wouldn't even mind if they were just ignorant on the Bible, but when it's people who are both ignorant but also just they're not just ignorant on the Bible, they're just stupid people, who are just also really horrible and really nasty. It's like people like Philly who are just like stupid in a way that's like almost dangerous to themselves. It feels like such a fucking waste of my life.
Yeah.
Although they do more work for atheism than they realize. They don't realize that every time they come up here and they act like jackasses like that, they make more of us into atheists.
Hey Cal in the comments, I'm really sorry to hear that. Cal says they lost their IRL best friend yesterday because they didn't like their opinion on the Bible. Cal, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's another problem with religion, is that it divides friends.
Yeah. I got plenty of friends who still believe in the Bible. I've never once dropped a friend because they believe in the Bible. The opposite is not true.
Yeah. I've only dropped friends who believed in the Bible and also had other toxic beliefs that were really bad.
Maggots.
Yeah. It's never just because they believed in the Bible. That's never been the reason.
The Bible guy, how are you doing? I'm disappointed in Christianity. That's how I'm doing.
Can that be your official status on Facebook? Disappointed in Christianity?
Disappointed in Christianity. That's my relationship status. How can you not be? Yeah. I really confide in this community of you guys. Thank you. Hey, Cal, we're happy to be here for you. And I'm sorry about your friend. And yeah, you have a community here with us here on TikTok. I'm going to have to cut off my family for trying to pressure my daughter into it. Ooh, yeah, that's like crossing a huge line. If you had family members who are trying to force your kid into it, like, no, my kid is my kid. I will raise my kid how I want. I don't want them to be a Christian. You don't get a say in that at all. My dad told me he was disappointed with my sterilization because it took away my God-given gift of birth. Oh, sorry. Snitch. I'm sorry. She said, don't say that out loud. My bad. God damn it.
Like that's messed up though, that a father would just be disappointed in his daughter for the fact that, for that. Like that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I plan on getting a vasectomy eventually. My mom wouldn't care.
I was thinking about the same thing actually, because I'm seeing a woman right now, and I'm like, it'd probably be a good idea because I don't want kids, and she doesn't either, so it'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, I say the more the merrier on vasectomies. Christians, I implore all of you to get vasectomies. That way y'all stop breeding.
Hey, there's a favor.
Okay, we have here Shu. Shu, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
Question number 2: what pronouns do you go by?
Well, I'm a man, right?
Man is not a pronoun.
Well, what would you use for a man? He, him?
Maybe.
Okay.
That's one option.
Call me.
You go by he, him?
Obviously.
Well, it's not obvious.
You don't have to confuse me with that.
Nobody's confusing you with anything. If you're confused, it's not our fault. It's yours.
Yeah, we're not confused here. Now, are you a Christian?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shocker. All right. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 would you like to talk to us about?
Let's go with Christianity is false.
All right. The reason I think Christianity is false is twofold. One, the Christianity claims that Jesus is the Messiah, and yet he didn't fulfill any prophecies from the Old Testament. And 2, no one's been able to demonstrate that the Christian God exists.
Okay, well, first of all, if you don't follow Christianity and you don't follow the Old Testament, how are you interpreting that he didn't obey or didn't meet the criteria of being a Messiah?
Because I can read.
We can read the book.
I learned Hebrew. I used to be a Christian. I wanted to prove to Jewish people that Jesus was the Messiah. So I learned Hebrew and Aramaic so I could read the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible in its original languages. Turns out Jesus didn't fulfill any prophecies because I went back and read the alleged prophecies in context and in their original languages. Turns out he didn't fulfill anything.
Wait, are you a Jew? Do you follow the Old Testament?
No, I'm a Gentile.
Okay. Well, he did. So he was born in Bethlehem. Would you agree with that?
There's no prophecy saying the Messiah will be born in Bethlehem.
Well, the prophecy on Isaiah 7:14
Oh boy, my
says
favorite.
he will be
My favorite one. Yeah.
born of a virgin. Do you
Incorrect.
believe that he was born of a virgin?
That is actually incorrect. Isaiah 7:14 doesn't actually say anything about a virgin birth. It only says something about a virgin birth if you're reading from like a Christian English translation. But in the original language, it
Okay,
doesn't say,
what are you reading from?
the original Hebrew, the way it was originally written.
The original Hebrew.
Yeah.
The Old Testament was written in Aramaic, not
No,
Hebrew.
it
No,
wasn't. Only
very-
parts of
Very
only
little
parts
of
of
the,
Daniel were
yeah, very little of the Old Testament was actually written in Aramaic. The majority of it is written in Hebrew. That's why it's called the Hebrew Bible.
Well, most of it was Aramaic.
No.
You can't say it was Hebrew.
Yeah, I can't say it was Hebrew. Very little of it is
Well,
Aramaic.
you can't say it wasn't Aramaic.
I can say that parts of Daniel were written in Aramaic, but the majority of the Hebrew Bible is written in Hebrew. Here, I'm going to say a word for you. I'm going to say 2 words. I want you to tell me which one's Hebrew and which one's Aramaic. There's Eloah and Allah.
Eloha, Allah. I don't know.
Eloah is Hebrew. Allah is Aramaic. More times than not, God's called Eloah, not Allah, because Aramaic makes up very little of the Old Testament. All Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, almost everything in the Old Testament is written in Hebrew. Isaiah 7:14 is written in Hebrew. Lakin yiten Adonai hu lechem ot. Hine ha'alma hara ve'yoledet ben v'krat shemo Emmanuel. That's Hebrew, not Aramaic.
Well, it was written part Aramaic.
not Isaiah. Shoot.
Yeah,
Shoot. How many
not a
times do you have to say that?
not a single word in Isaiah was written in Aramaic.
And shoot, what's the context of Isaiah 7? You claim that there's a virgin birth in Isaiah 7. What's the context, though? Do you know?
Well, I just know that he did fulfill that prophecy.
You don't know. Okay, so the context of Isaiah 7 is that there are 2 kings, Rezin and Pekah. Rezin is the king of the Arameans. He's the king of Syria. Pekah is the king of the northern kingdom of Israel. He's the king of Ephraim. These 2 kings have formed an alliance, and they're going up against the king of Judah, King Ahaz. Well, at the beginning of that chapter, they attempt to besiege Jerusalem, but they fail. And when Ahaz learns that these 2 kings are against him, he's shaken. So God sends the prophet Isaiah to Ahaz to reassure his faith, and the reassurement of faith comes from prophecies that are about the destruction of the kings. And one of the prophecies is in Isaiah 7:14-17, and it reads, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Look, the young woman is with child and shall bear a son, and she shall call his name Emmanuel. He shall eat curds and honey by the time he knows how to refuse the evil and choose the good. For before the child knows how to refuse the evil and choose the good, the land before his 2 kings you are in dread will be deserted. The Lord will bring on you and on your people and on your ancestral house such days as have not come since the day that Ephraim departed from Judah, the king of Assyria." The prophecy is that there's a young woman, Hineha al-Mahara, like Dalton just said a second ago, and that she's going to give birth to a son, and that by the time her son is old enough to know right from wrong, the 2 kings are going to be defeated by the king of Assyria. And the word hara especially means that this young woman was already pregnant when the prophecy was being written.
So the Hebrew word for virgin is Betulah. Betulah. And Betulah is not in Isaiah 7:14. It's just mistranslated in your Bible. It says the young woman, and it doesn't say it will become pregnant, as in the future, but that she is pregnant, present tense, as when Isaiah gave this prophecy, it was about a woman who was pregnant when he was alive, not about Mary.
Okay, what about Psalms 16:10, where it says he will be resurrected?
Nope. Again, not about Jesus. Did you read Psalm 16, or just did you only read verse 10?
Well, I just know that he did fulfill those prophecies.
It's not a prophecy, though. That's a problem. The Psalms aren't prophecies. They're poetry. They're songs. In fact, if you read the very beginning of Psalm 16, it tells you who the psalm is about explicitly. It
Hey
says,
Dalton, I don't know how, but he fulfilled them. I don't know how, but he did.
yeah. It says in Psalm 16, verse 1, the first two words are Miktam la David. A Miktam for David, or about David. It's about King
The
David.
descendant of David.
Well,
You
no,
believe
no,
he was a descendant?
No, not descendant of David. It's a Miktam for David himself. David sung this song. And okay, like, for example, if I say, "Oh God, for in you do I put my trust." If I use the word I, who am I talking about?
Yourself?
True. Now, David would sing Psalm 16, and Psalm 16 says at the beginning, "Preserve me, O God, for in you do I put my trust. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, you are my Lord, my goodness extends not to you, but to the saints." So, like, when David keeps using words like me and my and I, he's referring to himself. So when we get to verse 10, "For you will not leave my soul in Sheol," in the underworld, my is not referring to Jesus, it's referring to David talking about himself.
Yeah. Le Devi means like for David a psalm, or even just a preposition in general. Lamed means for, to, or about. So when it says it's a miktam for David, this is for David. It's not, it's for David.
So this isn't about Jesus. It's King David talking about how God doesn't give him up to death, how God saved him from dying. That's it. Not about Jesus.
Do you believe that in Jeremiah 23, 5, how he is a descendant of David?
Yeah, but Jesus didn't fulfill Jeremiah 23, because what does it say in Jeremiah 23, verse 5? "Behold, the days are coming, says the Lord, when I will raise up for David a righteous branch. He shall reign as king," Jesus never ruled as king, "and deal wisely, and shall execute justice and righteousness in the land." Jesus never did that. "In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel will dwell securely," or in safety. During Jesus' time, Israel was not in safety. They were ruled by the Romans. So Jesus didn't fulfill this.
Yeah, they were in safety, though. The Jews were living in...
Do you realize that thousands of Jewish people were crucified in the first century by the Romans? Does that sound like safety?
I didn't know that. Where do you get that from?
From history books. During the revolt of Judas the Galilean in 6 CE, 3,000 Jewish men were crucified by the Romans.
And after Jesus' death, they were run out by Hadrian. And he renamed the land Palestine.
The temple was destroyed and burned down with the city, and hundreds of thousands of Jewish men and women and children were put to death by the sword.
Yeah.
So, Jesus didn't fulfill Jeremiah 23.
They did not live in safety during the time of Jesus, nor after.
Well, I mean, y'all can interpret it that way.
That's what it says. It's not about our interpretation. It literally says, "In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel will dwell securely." Did Israel dwell securely in the time of Jesus?
He's just speedrunning all the failed prophecies today. Sure, are you still there?
I'm here. I'm just...
Okay.
And they're not failed prophecies if they have...
Well, hold on, Shu,
No,
he asked you a question.
They are failed.
Shu, he asked you a question.
Can you repeat it?
I don't even remember my question. What was my question to him?
Your question was, did they live? I think your question was...
Did Israel dwell securely and in safety during the time of Jesus?
I was just going to ask, did they live in safety?
Yeah, because he did bring peace.
Ooh.
Wait. if my people are being ruled over by a foreign power that worships false gods, and my people are constantly being killed by by the sword by that foreign power, are my people living in safety?
I mean, when you put it that way, no, but
Well, that's what happened.
Shoot, have you looked into any of the history of this book at all? Have you looked into any of the history of the Gospels, or like what happened during that time period at all?
well, outside the Bible, not really, no.
Well, maybe you should. It'd probably be a good thing for you to do. Couldn't hurt.
Well, how do y'all know the history books you're reading are true?
Yeah, because they're corroborated by other historians. Multiple historians corroborate with each other, which is how we
We
know
don't just
these.
Well, the Bible's been preserved, so we could.
It
we
hasn't.
could accept
Oh,
that.
buddy, it hasn't been preserved. It definitely hasn't. Let me give you an example. Are you familiar with the story of the adulterous woman in the Gospel of John?
Yeah.
Are you aware that in the oldest version of the Gospel of John, that story isn't even there? It was added in later,
What do you mean later? When was it added?
in the 5th century, like 400 years after Jesus died. I have evidence.
And they can't even agree where it should be placed. Some of our manuscripts from that time period place it at the end, some place it in the middle, some place it at the beginning. Like, they can't actually agree where the story is supposed to even go.
Well, do you guys think the Old Testament's been preserved?
No, definitely not.
So you don't believe the Bible as a whole has been preserved, but your history books that say all this stuff about Jesus and the Jews.
He just told Dalton just informed you of how we do this. So when we look at history, we don't just take a single source and say, yeah, that's true, that's 100% true. It's only a single source, but it's got to be true. No. We look at all the sources that all corroborate each other, and when there's differences in them, we say, wait, okay, so which one has more evidence backing it up? Is it this one or is it this one? We look at all the sources. We don't just look at one or two and say, yeah, they're true. We look at all the ones we have, and we come to the conclusion using reasoning and logic as to which one, and evidence as to which ones are the right ones and which ones are wrong.
Like, for example, I when it comes to, like, for example, Flavius Josephus's work, we are aware that there's been tampering with that, but we're aware of which parts have been tampered with, which is why we're able to deduce the parts that are accurate versus the parts which were added in later, like the Testimonium Flavianum, for example, which is part of Flavius Josephus's book and Jewish antiquities. It's the same way we know that the Bible has definitely not been preserved accurately. It's got a far more like insertions than any historical book that we have access to.
Another good example would be in Mark 1. In Mark 1, the author he attributes two different prophecies, different quotations to Isaiah, but if he actually knew any better, the first one actually comes from Malachi 3, but he attributes both of these quotations to Isaiah. It opens with, as it was written by the prophet Isaiah, and then it quotes these two quotations. One of them is from Malachi, the other is from Isaiah, but the first one is from Malachi. Later manuscripts, they changed it to saying, as it is written by the prophets, because they realized this was a mistake, and they're like, well, wait a minute, it can't be the prophet Isaiah, it has to be at least two prophets, so prophets.
Yeah.
They just realized that it was more than, they realized that they're not both from Isaiah, so they changed it.
Shu?
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with that. I have to look into that. If
Very good. Are you actually going to, though?
yeah, why not? I mean, if I'm following something that ain't right, why would I?
You know, you want to
I
know
believe
what
what
you want to know what book turned me into an atheist? Shu?
What book was that?
The Bible. When I learned about the Bible in its original languages and historical context, it becomes very apparent that this book is not from God.
Well, I don't think that's That's true.
It's very true. I used
Same
to be
with me when
I used to be a Bible believer.
Same with me when I actually read this book for the first time, and I started noticing all the problems in it. That's what led me away from Christianity, is realizing that it wasn't true. And then also studying it and looking at what the rabbis said, what the scholars said, what their evidences was, led me to believe that this book just isn't true.
Well, I personally, for me, the Bible has been the only thing that's brought me peace and tranquility in my heart.
Bringing you peace and tranquility doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah.
Muslims think the Quran brings them peace and tranquility. Are the Muslims right? No, of course
No,
not.
because they believe in the Quran, which is
And
Just said
you
that.
believe
Yeah, they
it.
believe in the Quran.
Yeah, it's no different than you believing in the Bible.
They have the same amount of evidence as you do. None.
all right. Well, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to talk with me. I'll look into what we talked about.
All right, very good.
Have a good day, bud. All right, young Jay, I'm gonna ask you three preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: Are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number
Yes.
2: What pronouns do you go by?
We'll just say he, him.
All right.
He was on my live earlier.
And are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to discuss with me?
Well, obviously we're not going to go with Jesus is dead, because that's going to be a he said, she said. So we'll go with the Bible is BS, or even like the first two, really, they're
just
pretty
pick
much the same.
We'll just pick one.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do. All right. Christianity is false.
All right.
Okay.
The reason I think Christianity is false is because it claims that Jesus is the Messiah, and yet he didn't fulfill any prophecies from the Old Testament.
Okay. See, here's the thing. I'm not necessarily going to go into the Bible when I'm going to try to debate with people who don't believe in the Bible. Okay.
Why? Because we know the Bible better than you do, probably.
No, it's not that. Well, you guys cherry pick a lot of the stuff.
No, I don't.
Hold on.
I don't
Hold
cherry
on.
pick. You do.
Hold on. A
Also,
lot of people do.
No,
But
I don't.
I'm going to prove the Bible because if you can't go to the text.
Young, you don't get to just make a claim like I cherry pick the Bible when I don't. You have no evidence of that.
I'm not saying that about you. I'm saying a lot of people do.
You said y'all. You said y'all cherry pick the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean y'all. I don't know you guys personally. I was saying people that disprove it.
Here's the fact. Every single believer in the Bible cherry picks the Bible. It's impossible not to, because the Bible contains contradictory statements, and you cannot believe in contradictory things. So everyone picks and chooses from the Bible. Me, on the other hand, I don't have to cherry pick the Bible. I can just look at it and go, yeah, I can look at some of those things and say these parts are verified to be true. These parts are not true. This contradicts that. That's not cherry picking.
Okay. And I do know that there definitely are contradictions in the Bible, and I'm not going to argue that. I do not, but I think that the fact that there are contradictions in the Bible do not disprove it by any measure, because I believe that the Bible is backed historically.
I think what disproves the Bible is like the New Testament lying about what the Old Testament says.
Well, I'm talking about. I'm not necessarily going like. Okay, I'm trying to kind of stay. All right, so whenever you're looking, okay, so who saves the world from destruction?
No one.
Okay, so who saved the world from Hitler?
I guess the Allied parties did.
Right, and what did the Allied parties believe?
Doesn't matter.
They believed in a lot of different things, because the Allied party, like for example, America made up of soldiers, and those soldiers, some of them believed in Christianity, some were atheists, some were
Most of them,
Shinto.
no, they were
Wait,
vast
wait.
majority
It
Christians.
doesn't matter what the vast majority of them were. There were also atheists
Yes, it
who
does.
fought. Nope, it doesn't. There were also Christians who were members of the Nazi Party. So it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? The majority
Well, hold on.
the majority of Nazis were Christians. So let's not play that game.
No, dude. See, that's
Now
such
I
intellectual
love
dishonest.
it's not dishonest.
intellectually
It's not
dishonest.
what
Yes,
was
it is.
what was
How can- hold on.
no
How can you
no.
say
What was written on the belt buckles of Nazi soldiers?
I know.
Yeah, young Jape, do you know? What was written on the
can we just be intellectually honest?
I'm asking.
Intellectually
I
honest.
would love for you to be
Hold on.
intellectually. I would love for you to be intellectually honest.
Hold
That'd
on.
be fantastic. Now, what was written on
you
the
let me-
belt? What was written on the belt buckles of those Nazis?
If you don't know, you can say you don't know.
I literally said I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Gott mit uns. You know what that means?
What?
God is with us. So
Okay.
literally, from
I would-
it's an excerpt from Isaiah 7:14.
A lot of people take God's name in vain. Okay, just because people claim things that are from God, if they do things that are good, hold on, buddy.
So wait,
hold on. A lot of people can
so-
claim the name
wait.
of God.
Yeah, they can claim it because they believe in it. Now they're Christians. You can claim that they were bad Christians, but they were Christians. So I don't give a shit. That's the problem. I don't actually give a shit whether or not the Nazis were Christian. I don't give a shit whether or not the ally parties were Christian, because you got people from all different types of backgrounds in both of these, like armies. I don't give a shit. What I do give a shit about is the fact that the New Testament lies about what the Old Testament says.
Okay, well then if it's lying, then everything that the Christians would do would lead us into destruction.
No, that doesn't follow.
Yes, it is. Yes,
No, it doesn't.
absolutely. That
No.
is true. Because that's true about other.
Young Jake, I'm gonna need, you're at a 12. I'm gonna need you to bring it down to a 6.
He
Chill
was
the fuck
yelling
out.
earlier on my stream. My moderator Lathe had asked me to
That's
calm
true.
down.
That's true about the other religions.
Jake, relax. I'm gonna have to ask you to actually focus on the thing that I've said to you, that the New Testament lies about what the Old Testament says. It
Dude,
misquotes it.
Hold on. I'm arguing whether or not Christianity is false.
Yes, and the reason why I think Christianity, like the reason I left Christianity a long time ago. So I used to be a Christian, and I left Christianity for Judaism. Now I'm no longer a practicing member of the Jewish religion. I left Judaism or atheism. But the reason I left Christianity for Judaism was because the New Testament misquotes the Old Testament, and it makes claims about Jesus being the Messiah when he didn't fulfill prophecies.
All right, I'm not going to necessarily break that down because it sounds
Well,
to me
that's what we're talking about.
like I'm not a Bible scholar, and I'm not going to sit here and
What-
break
what-
that down.
what-
What I'm trying to.
I don't ask that you be a Bible scholar. I ask that you be open-minded and you have an intellectual conversation.
I
where you're-
really, I would say that
I
whatever
could just
you're
show
saying
you.
about the Bible is.
I promise you, I will not just make claims. I will back up my claims by showing you the evidence.
Everything about what you're saying is intellectually dishonest.
It's
That's
not.
a lie.
Everything about what you're saying.
This is something
You're
you.
lying, bro.
This is something you have to say right now, in order to get out of the conversation. But here's the thing: I see how slippery you're being. We're not moving on. The topic we are going to discuss, and you can either engage or run away, is that Jesus did not
Hold on,
fulfill prophecies from the Old Testament. I'm not going to let you worm your way out of this conversation. Not going to happen.
Yeah, this is about how my conversation with him earlier went. About the same way, making a lot of argument.
No, hey man, bro, you can stop ganging up on me. If you guys are gonna gang up on me,
I'm
I'm gonna.
talking to you, Jap. I wasn't talking to
He
you.
wasn't talking to you. He was talking to me. Chill the fuck out, dude. Now the conversation
It's a
you and
typical
I
conversation.
the conversation that you and I are going to have is we are going to talk about the New Testament's usage of Old Testament quotations. That's what we're going to talk about.
Joel says he needs a hug. Yeah, he does need a. Yeah, that's the argument. Oh, he ran too, by the way. Track stars in the comments, everyone. Track stars. Also, yeah, that pretty much was just a bunch of fallacy ad populums. Because a lot of people believe it, it must be true.
Yeah, I get it too. If I was afraid of talking to someone who knew the Bible, I also would have refused to talk about the Bible.
Hi, Redhead. It's good to see you again.
Yo, how's it going?
It's been a while.
Someone said we cannot save ourselves from what? What do we need saving from? Full of faith. I don't need saving from anything. I'm quite fine as I am. No need for a savior. We just need to accept him. No, I don't. Full of faith. Why don't you call him up?
Who's him?
Maybe him is the Cat in the Hat. Since they're not going to tell me. I need savings from McDonald's Sprite.
What?
Is McDonald's Sprite better than regular Sprite or something?
Maybe, I don't
know. Yeah, that was crazy. He was just crashing out. Okay, magical scenery. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I am 21.
And what pronouns do you go by?
I go by she, her.
And are you a Christian?
I am not a Christian.
I am only bringing up Christians right now. But hey, big W to you for not being Christian. And you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
The syrup for McDonald's Sprite is extra concentrated, so it's more flavorful. Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Matt Flash Perez with the $4.99. Do you listen to other atheist lives for fun?
Sometimes. Here's the thing. I do sometimes. I listen to my friend Jovan's show quite often. I'll listen to excerpts from The Line. Who else do I listen to often? I love watching John Cohen. But I don't spend a lot of time watching atheist content outside of work. That way I don't want to get like what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I need time away from work. Also I do watch Joel and Mezzo. Joel, I see you there. I do watch you guys. If I'm like, sometimes when I'm playing on my PlayStation, I'll watch Joel or John Cohen. Those are my two like watch shows while like, because I have this thing, maybe it's my ADHD. I can't just do one thing at a time. I have to watch something or listen to something while I'm playing my games. And so my watch shows are Joel Mezzo and then John. And then if it's late at night and I'm still playing games, I'll watch Boma.
Yeah. He watches me sometimes, rarely, but
Full of Faith, I don't know what you're on about, says, why do you think life isn't good? My life is good. I don't know what you're on about. I can't tell you why your life isn't good, but my life is great.
Yeah.
Are you projecting there, Full of Faith?
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. So I don't know if you remember Mario at all. Mario, the Christian I think you talked to once, maybe.
Lopez?
No, I don't think that was his name. You probably spoken to his time. Oh wait, I don't. Is that like a celebrity or something?
That's like that. Yeah, that's a real person.
That's the guy from he's from Saved by the Bell.
Well, there's a Christian going around named Mario. I used to be his friend, but he is making apologetics for abusers now. By essentially, he's like, well, the Bible says you can't divorce, which is not true, by the way. It says there's a reason for divorce, and there's only one. But still, like the idea that an abuse victim can't divorce her attacker, or vice versa, his attacker, or something like that, is messed up. And he just, during our conversation, he made every excuse for it in the world. Why the victim should forgive their attacker. And I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Another super chat here
from at Lou Bravsvelg 6666.
I'm sorry if I butchered the fuck out of your name.
With a $10 Canuck bucks, donating for the ADHD relatability. LOL. I always need a show or something on while playing video games or do other things. Armored Core and Debates Ghost Bard. Oh,
So back in the day, this was okay. This is some Bible guy lore. So I grew up watching Friends. That was a show we grew up in our house watching. And I remember as a kid playing Driver 3, and I had like, this is back in the day whenever you wanted to plug a DVD or a movie in, you would have to like use the yellow, red, and white plugs. One was for visual, and then two of them were for audio. And I would have the visual and one of the audio plugs in for my game, and then I would have another audio plug in for my DVD where I would have Friends playing. So I would be listening to the Friends episodes while playing my games. So there you go. There's some Bible guy lore. Full of Faith, would you like to call on up, because you just keep like saying random bullshit? We don't believe in the Bible, right?
At Bethos with the €2. God ordered me to do this super chat. LOL. El God. Yes,
El God, indeed. But thank you for the super chat. This show is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Dalton is a video game masochist. What do you mean? Were you ever messianic? Yeah, between my time between Christianity and Judaism, the transitionary period was Messianic Judaism. And for anyone who doesn't know what Messianic Judaism is, it's basically evangelical Christianity with Jewish trappings. It's almost like you've probably heard of Black Hebrew Israelites. Imagine Black Hebrew Israelites, but not like really, really aggressive and hostile. And also anyone could be a member, not just certain race groups. That's what Messianic Judaism is.
And you went from evangelical, right, to Catholic and then to Judaism. That's how it went.
Yeah, I've done it all. I've done it all. I've dipped my toes in so many pools, which is, I guess, it's pretty good in that I'm able to understand a lot of different people groups' positions. But yeah, just Christians that are more fully appropriated Judaism. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of cultural. It's a lot of a cultural appropriation, because the vast majority of people within Messianic Judaism are not Jewish. They're non-Jews who like love to wear yarmulkes and in fact, I mean, I still have my yarmulke. Yeah, look at that. I still have my yarmulke from back in the day. So I have like a lot of Christian memorabilia, like my rosaries and crucifixes and whatnot. But I also have my yarmulke from that day. I also still have some stuff from back when I was actually part of actual Judaism. Collect the whole set.
Right.
You were Messianic at one point, yeah. Yeah, and then it turned out that like Jesus, like I actually learned the actual Hebrew Bible and its context, and it turns out Jesus didn't fulfill prophecy, so I had to leave Messianic Judaism for just straight up Judaism.
Bjorn Hartmeyer with the 20 Danish krones. Thor is real. Just watch all the Marvel movies.
Well, that's about as good of an argument as what most Christians are going to bring up today, it looks like.
And at Bethos, again, with the €2. Loving God would be pro-love. I don't know
about that, because God's not all that loving. Arwen says all my Christian memorabilia burnt down. Kind of fitting metaphor. Oh my god. What? Oh, that's crazy. Oh man. That voice is too deep and loud. I can't even hear. I mean, listen, I got people telling me that my microphone wasn't loud enough yesterday. I get you can't help everyone out, I guess. Yeah. You would think God would have spared that in the fire. Yeah. You think it would have been miraculous if like the only thing that would have survived from Arwen's life was like the Christian stuff. Because they're always going off about there was this house fire and the only thing that was left was a Bible. But turns out God's not real, so Christians. Request on up, let's have a conversation about the Bible. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy, resident atheist Bible expert. I think I know the Bible better than most Christians do. And for that reason, I don't believe in the Bible. How they honeycombs where the bees didn't build over the saints? What? I
remember seeing there was like a statue of a saint and his face was like covered by a beehive.
Oh, proof of the bee god.
Matt Bevels with the €2. This channel needs 10,000 subs. Go.
Yeah, guys, I would so appreciate it if we could get the YouTube channel up to 10,000 subscribers. That would really make my day. It would really feel like I'm actually, because recently I've been seriously considering whether or not I'm going to continue doing debates or not. At least on my own channel. I don't know. I've been questioning whether or not I'm actually even providing a service to people. But some of y'all have reached out and let me know that you appreciate the work, which helps a lot because yeah, it's just appreciated to know that I'm actually doing something, that I'm not just wasting my time. Void Boy says, y'all so sad. Not as sad as the adults who still have imaginary friends. All right, we're going to talk to Uncle here. Uncle, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old? Yeah, that was about as good as the most Christian arguments. Utter shit. Yeah.
But Dalton, yeah, you are providing like a genuine service to people, and like you inspire so many of us too. I think you should. I mean, if you don't want to do them anymore, like obviously you don't have to, but you're very important to the community, I think.
Yeah.
At Black Prez with the $4.89, is the idea of Satan being a fallen angel and in control of the earth from the Bible, or is it a post-Bible invention?
Okay, so the idea of Satan being a fallen angel. So, fun fact, there are no fallen angels in the Old Testament. Not a thing. Now, in the Old Testament, Satan's never even really called an angel in the Old Testament. Fun fact. And we categorize angels in a different way nowadays than the ancient Israelites did. Back in the Hebrew Bible, angel wasn't the name of a species. It was a job, a role. It was a job given to certain divine entities, and that is the job of messenger. And Satan never functioned as a messenger in the Old Testament, just as an antagonist towards human beings, but not towards God. He was God's pit bull. Now, in regards to Satan controlling the earth, there is a line from the New Testament that Satan is the quote God of this earth. And it's because by the time you get to the New Testament, there's a bit more of a developed theology on Satan and demons than what you have in the Old Testament. So sometime between the writing of the Old Testament and the New Testament, we do get a development of sort of angelic and demonic theology, or demonology, if you will, to where it's a bit more dualistic than it was in the Old Testament. Fun fact also, everyone, Christians, this might blow your mind, there's no Lucifer in the Old Testament. Red, how are you doing, by the way?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah, I'm good. You know, just getting ready for work.
Hell yeah! I'm so glad to hear from
Just
you.
trying to survive out here in Las Vegas. It's getting
Hot as
rough.
fuck.
It is so hot. Oh my gosh, it's like 114 degrees today.
Yeah, it's like 102 degrees where I'm at. Aiden Brown, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions and then I'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
No.
Oh, then bye.
Yeetus the fetus.
Yeah.
Yes, the fetus.
Chevron, are you at least 18?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
What year were
Really?
you born?
You live in America?
Yeah, obviously.
What's the W-2 form?
All adults know this, by the way. That's a fetus too. There's no way.
Yeah, the voice wasn't selling me.
Yeah. Gee whiz. All right. Some more super chats.
Then, at Javeman with the $5. I just want to tell you I love what you do.
Dave, super appreciated. I've been slacking recently in the debate scene. I'm going to try and I'm going to pretty soon be doing like some rebranding too. I don't want to say anything further beyond that, but things are going to look a little bit differently pretty soon. Let's just say that. Yeah.
It's okay, Dalton. I've been slacking too.
At least
Like
you
when
have,
I am,
you have
when
an
I
extra
am
job.
doing it, I mean, between my job and just trying to survive on my own, I'm trying to write my book. So a lot of my TikTok time has gotten
Maybe one of
pushed into
these
that
days,
arena.
maybe one of these days I'll get around to writing a book. Someone said you can't properly teach the Bible without Holy Spirit. Incorrect, Myra, because it doesn't exist. The Holy Spirit.
At Ice Cream Assassin 3006 with the $5. You helped me, Dalton. I left Catholicism at 16, and now 30 years later, I fully understand why. Because you and Justin, keep it up, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Every now and then we do get told by somebody that we help them deconstruct, and really that is the whole reason we do what we do.
I had a guy earlier tell me I deconstructed him, actually.
Oh, fantastic.
He came back in my life. I actually made a YouTube video. I posted the YouTube video where he just started crashing out, and he came back to me today on a different account and told me his name, and he's like, yeah, you know, I thought about what you said, and it kind of like made me realize that this isn't true, and he came and apologized to me. I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Like, I'm really glad that I was able to help, I guess.
Oh my God, this next super chat.
At John Klein with the $10. Oh my Doug. Don't even flirt with not doing this. Everyone give Dalton cash right now. Do it.
Yeah, thank you, John Klein. Much appreciated for the donation. Hey, Sitch, what's up?
Hey, I just found my boyfriend's Bible.
No kidding.
I helped him deconstruct, but it's really funny looking at it.
Has it got notes and stuff in it?
Yeah, it's the Christian Standard Bible.
Oh, the Christian Standard Bible. That's a popular one amongst like Protestants, especially people who are Baptist.
Yeah.
He was he went to like Christian school.
I don't really have a lot of notes in my Bibles. I'm very anti-writing in books. Also, I generally just able to remember the things that I need to remember for these conversations. Luckily for me, guys, the reason here's some more Bible guy lore. The reason why I'm able to talk about these subjects so well and why I know the information so well is because for years I used to just watch debates online, and I would practice debates like in the shower or in the mirror or stuff like that, like practice my points. That's why I know the point so well.
Oh yeah, you want to know a fun fact about locusts?
Sure.
They're actually not a different species of grasshopper. They're actually just grasshoppers, but with a specific hormonal modulation. So when grasshoppers are usually solitary, but if they ever end up in a group due to climate change, then what happens is there's a hormone that gets released. I believe it's serotonin, which causes them to become extremely aggressive, and that's where they become locusts. So locusts are actually not a separate bug. They're literally just grasshoppers with a hormonal problem.
I've eaten grasshoppers before. Hey, Reaper.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
No.
No. Bye.
What is it with all the kids coming up here? We don't want to talk. We don't want to talk to the kids.
Yeah. L kids.
At Burn Love Bond with the $2. Is my privacy.com account working again?
I don't know what that means, Fern. But I see that it's you. So if that was the goal, then oh yeah, we are not Q-Top. That's funny. Yeah, I don't want to talk to kids. I'm not Q-Top. Damn.
At Justice for Esau with the $10. Can you explain where water baptism came from? It seems to come from nowhere. I couldn't find it in the Hebrew Bible. Thank you for what you do. Sorry if stupid question.
No, not a stupid question. And it's not that it doesn't come out of nowhere. So in the Old Testament, there is such a thing as ritualistic washing. So the priests would engage in ritualistic washing before engaging in like sacrifices and stuff like that. And eventually certain Jewish groups, very fundamentalist groups, like started incorporating ritualistic washing into not just for the priest, but for the laity. The most prominent of these groups being, for example, the Essenes. The Essenes were really big on ritualistic washing. In fact, they did it every day. They washed every day. And then, of course, you got people like John the Baptist, who took ritualistic washing and then gave it his own spin as well. That it was for like the forgiveness of sins. And then Christianity just adopted these previous frameworks and then gave it their own Christian spin. So it didn't just come out of nowhere. It comes from the Old Testament, from like the priest system, but just was innovated to become something for the laity. Johnny Fitness, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, I'm over 18.
And what pronouns do you go by?
Say that again?
What pronouns do you go by?
What part is a lie?
What pronouns do you go by?
You know what? I'm not going to fucking debate a fucking fool like you.
Yeah, he's this
You
moron
know
that
what?
came on my live a while
You
back.
know what?
He's just a little
You're
crash
a
out, baby.
fucking little coward.
Hey Johnny, shut the fuck up and stop being a little crash out bitch. You need to shut up and you need to become an adult. You told me you were 50 years old last time. You need to be an adult.
The irony of calling someone a coward while also refusing to answer a simple question is, I hope it's not lost on anyone here. Johnny, you gotta stop doing the roids, my dude. They're making you way too aggressive. Now I'll ask you again, baby. Are you what pronouns do you go by? Watch, it's so easy. Watch this. Watch. Snitch. What pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
Red, what pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
Johnny, what pronouns do you go by?
I go by he, him.
Hey, I don't talk to cowards.
Man, that's you're
little.
The only coward here is you, buddy. You're being a
Johnny,
coward. You refusing
Johnny,
to?
aren't you in your 50s?
Is he?
Johnny, aren't you in your 50s, Johnny? Didn't you tell me last time you were in your 50s?
So are you a liar, Johnny?
You're a girly man. You're a little gay.
I'm more of a man.
You're a gay.
Johnny, I'm more of a man than you. Watch this. Johnny, Johnny B. Ask me my pronouns.
Shut.
Hey Dalton,
You're
what
li-
are your pronouns?
My pronouns are he, him. See, I'm not a coward, unlike Johnny on the top of the panel. Fake Johnny, anti Johnny.
Fake Johnny.
You're a coward.
Fake Johnny.
I'm not a coward like anti
You're a
Johnny.
coward.
You're just
You're a little.
instant crash out. My God, you're not.
Do you
You're
think
not
he's just
You're-
sad that like his like idol like
You're
Andrew
a-
Tate is like in
in prison.
jail right
You're
now?
nothing-
Or yeah.
Ooh,
Little fuck.
maybe. Anyways, Johnny Fitness, you're more than welcome to come back when you can act like an adult, and when you stop acting like such a coward. The projection is wild. Yeah, the projection is wild. Calling someone a coward while also being afraid of a question is crazy work.
The last time I saw him in my life, he told me he was in his 50s and that he didn't do all that stuff. And I wouldn't. It ended with me having to drop him because he said a slur. So it ended with having to drop him.
Don't do roids, kids.
Oh wow! I didn't realize that they actually said that.
Oh no, I'm just assuming because he's like, there's no other reason. He is just a Christian man, which would also explain the aggression.
I was talking about the verse. I don't remember where it is again because I just closed the book like a dumbass. It was talking about bodily discharge, and it said that menstrual blood is unclean.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they said that. There's no toxic waste in menstrual blood. That's scientifically inaccurate.
Yeah, I know. The only reason the reason why the belief that menstrual blood was unclean came about was because the belief was amongst the Hebrews is that literally the life of a person is in their blood. So the blood leaving the body is like a sign of death, and death is unclean. So that's the sort of thinking that led to that superstition amongst the Israelites that menstrual blood made one unclean. But yeah, it's not just menstrual blood. It's also nocturnal emissions from men also make you unclean. So like if you're a guy and you have a wet dream and you're unclean now.
I find that very funny because technically blood cells aren't even living. So considering they're calling blood like life, that is actually like legitimately scientifically inaccurate, which I find hilarious.
We'll just put that on the list.
That's also the other logic for JWs. Like that's what they use to like that logic that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Dalton is what they use to come up with that belief that you can't have like blood transfusions or like
By
as
the
a
way,
rule.
I literally just opened up the book to a random page and found something scientifically inaccurate.
That's the Bible for
Right.
you. Just open up the Bible to a random page and you'll find some sort of inaccuracy, scientific or otherwise. The big book of inaccuracies.
Out, earn Mobon again with the $2. Yes, my privacy account is working, or I couldn't donate. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but good to hear from you, Fern. And let's see. Scroll down. And okay.
And at Calicia with the $5. Pronoun fail number 1.
Yeah, that is surprisingly enough an hour and 48 minutes into the show, and that was our first pronoun crash out. Pretty good. Pretty good, all things considering. But he was failing at a lot more than just pronouns. Let's just be honest here.
He was.
And at Mrs. Brainwreck with the $49.99. Please keep sharing your knowledge. I appreciate you very much.
And I appreciate you too, Miss Brainwreck. And I will do my very best to keep this going as long as I possibly can. I promise. Are you Tom Rabbit? I'm not Tom Rabbit. But there's a video. If anyone is interested, there's a video on my YouTube channel where I address the question of am I Tom Rabbit, where I actually, because I get it. Even I hear it. My voice does sound like Tom Rabbit's voice. And you can hear that comparison on my YouTube channel if you go to the video and just type in the Bible guy, Tom Rabbit. I reached out to Tom Rabbit on TikTok. I never got an answer back from him. So if anyone does know Tom, reach out to them and tell them I would love for them to come on my show just to talk for just even 5 minutes. Just like I would love because I get this so often. I just want to get to know him, my vocal twin.
And at Angry Amalekite Infant, I love that name, with the $5. If locust equals grasshopper, and Dalton has eaten grasshopper, then is he the second coming of John the Baptist?
You're goddamn right, I am. In fact, the reason I tried eating grasshoppers was because I thought, hey, if John the Baptist can eat locusts, surely I can eat grasshoppers. Fun fact, maybe I just didn't prepare them right. They didn't taste great. So
They have to be fried in a special type of sauce, okay?
yeah. If I could get them with honey, then it'll be very John the Baptist.
And at Simeon Urchin with the $1.99. Okay, Dolphin. Serious question. Are you Tom Rabbit?
God damn it. No, I'm not Tom Rabbit. God damn it. Okay. We're going to do another restart and we'll get some Christians in here. Hopefully no one like Royd Rager, someone who's not a coward and who will actually just answer simple questions. We'll see about that. So everyone come right on back to show. All right. Going live. Turn around. Every now and then I get a... Wait a minute. I still think you're Tom Rabbit. Well, I mean, y'all have never seen us together in the same room. Hey, Tom Rabbit. Well, hello there. Howdy, partner.
Hello.
Dalton is Tom Rabbit. The room has resurrected. Aiden, howdy, partner. Dalton, don't try silkworm pupae. They're so bad. Now I kind of want to try. I'm up for trying anything at least once. But here's the thing. Oh, guys. Okay, I was up till 8 o'clock in the morning last night. And the reason for that is because 2 days ago, Ashlyn and I watched a movie called Obsession. And I don't watch scary movies, guys. I don't watch scary movies generally. And I watched Obsession and it freaked me out so much that I literally for the past 2 days I've had this crazy like flight or fight response where I couldn't even I couldn't fall asleep. I just felt like antsy the whole time.
I take personal offense that you don't watch horror movies.
I don't like it. I don't like being scared. I don't.
They're fantastic.
I'm such a wuss.
You're insane.
And this is
On
wait a minute.
it didn't.
At Burn Love Bond with the $2. Ashlyn, what's the bet? What?
This is an inside joke. Yeah.
No, they just decided to say that.
Okay.
Actually, I only wet Fern's bed.
Oh my god.
No, wait, that sounded way worse.
Yeah,
I take that back.
Yeah, that does sound weird. But yeah, I don't like scary movies. I don't. And that movie fucked me up properly for the past 2 days. Obsession.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's pretty bad.
It's like it's scary.
It's not that scary.
Backrooms, if you didn't like that movie.
I'm not
I
gonna
highly recommend it. I think you would love it.
I'm not gonna watch Backrooms.
You have to watch Backrooms.
I just told Ashlyn I'm not watching another scary movie for at least 2 years. I need time to heal.
You sure about that?
You want to know what's crazy? Since this Trump term, like, I guess I'm just not as scared as I used to be because all my worst like realities came true, and I'm just living in a scary movie at this point.
Yeah, well, I just have like, I have like I don't know, maybe it's like, hyper agency detection awareness went crazy last night because I kept opening my eyes. I would close my eyes and then immediately open them to look around my room to make sure someone's not standing at the foot of my fucking bed. It was like in fact, the only way I was able to like get out of it was I had to go watch a fucking movie. I wanted to go watch Spider-Man. Um to help me chill out so I could actually finally fall asleep. Yeah, so won't be doing that again for a little bit. Um, let's see.
I think the horror movie that scared me the most when I was a kid was probably Child's Play in 1988 with Chucky. Right, that was one that kind of got me a little bit when I was a kid. And I think it was until I just realized that he's nothing but a low life serial killer, just possessing a doll's body, that I was like, okay, he's not really that scary. He's just a psychopath. That's it.
Yeah, I do love Supernatural though, but I don't really think of Supernatural as being scary, even though it's got
Yeah,
horror
it's not.
it's got horror aspects to it. But it's like it's it's not. I don't consider it to be like true horror because it's like it's tame.
We're gonna have problems if you call Supernatural scary. That is not scary. You know what I call scary? Hereditary. Hereditary, Midsummer, those are the best freaking movies ever. I can't believe you don't like horror. I'm so offended.
All hail King Payman.
I don't. My favorite movies, and I know it's so basic. I like Marvel movies. I like sci-fi. I like fantasy, and I like Marvel. I like the nerdiest of the nerd shit. Guy, I'm really starting to get into Dungeons and Dragons. That's the thing that I'm recently gotten really into.
This is my fault for making Dalton play Baldur's Gate 3 with me.
I fucking love it now. Baldur's Gate, fucking fantastic game.
Excellent. You have to get Dalton into horror movies. I'm personally offended.
No, it will not.
I don't know that they're very good for Dalton after he described what he like. I don't like them because like I grew up with like a lot of bad stuff and like they gave me nightmares. And I never experienced what Dalton was experiencing, and I was like, yeah, I'll pass because like. But honestly, Obsession, it was a little disturbing, but I feel like I've seen worse horror movies.
You should do
Another thing that helped.
You should do a D&D live. I'd have to get a dungeon master. I'd probably. Oh man! Oh my god! Now I have like this really fun idea of like getting like. It would be great if I could get like people like Justin and Joel and like some of the big hitters together for us to do like a one-off, one-shot D&D session.
Oh, it would be cool if it was like somehow Bible related in some way, like
a Bible D&D. Well, I would, man, God, I would love it if we could do a run where we just defy the gods. Which surprisingly enough is a big theme in Baldur's Gate is fuck the gods.
I think another thing that helps with Supernatural is that these are not just like ignorant people that are like encountering monsters. Like they know that they exist and they're actively hunting them. Like they're not the horror movie protagonists like, oh my god, what is that thing? And then they get attacked. Like these people have spent their entire childhoods and their teens and now their adult lives hunting these things and actively killing them and hunting them to save people. Like they're not like it's not really that scary at that point because like okay, well they already know they exist. They already know how to stop them. So like what's scary about it now?
I would love to watch.
I don't know. This is Obsession is also based on magic, and when magic is involved, if it's like I don't know, like real life stories about serial killers, I'm like, you know what? I'm a woman. That is scary.
Nothing scarier than real human beings.
At Simeon Urchin with the $1.99 Bible Guide D&D campaign win. I'd love to help even.
Yeah, I will hardcore think about it, guys. I will buy dice and everything, and I will, and because I'm an artist, I can even draw a lot of the. I can even draw my own character.
Yeah, if we know enough people, I would suggest talking to someone who's DM'd quite a bit. Fern, if you're listening, might have some advice for you, and there's probably a ton of people that would volunteer. Also, someone with are you gonna do it online, like
Yeah,
all like
it
a
would
virtue.
it would be
For,
a it would be like a TikTok live.
oh, okay, yeah. Then you could maybe if like someone wants to volunteer their 3D printer, and you could do little characters and stuff.
Oh, I would probably it would probably
Yeah.
just be visual. I would probably just because I have OBS, I can do all the visual stuff.
Oh, okay. Like do it all electronic. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. But anyways, I'll think about that, guys, and that would be months and months and months away if if it does happen. But anyways, yeah, was that a reference, by the way, Johnny? Monsters I get, people are horrible.
Yeah, I misquoted it, but yeah, it is true though. Like, okay, like I don't think monsters exist. I don't think there's demons out there. I don't think werewolves exist. I don't believe any of those things. Being alone in the dark at night, the only two fears you're gonna have are animals that are predators and they might see you as prey, or creepy people in the darkness that you can't see until it's too late. Those are the scariest thing, in my opinion. Are crazy people at night and you don't know what they're gonna do. You have no idea what their intentions are. That's the scariest thing.
Okay, I guess the things that really got. I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about obsession because it's like I'm still like I'm almost over it and I don't want to bring it back into my mind. Anyways, everyone make sure you tap that screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get back to doing some Bible debates. If you are a Christian and you think that the Bible is not bullshit, or that Christianity is true, or that Jesus is very much alive, request up and we'll have a conversation. Yeah. That's how my son does it. We play in the family room and everything is on the TV. Love that. I'm not scared of ghosts until I'm in the dark when my brain decides they're real. Right, I have to remind one of the greatest parts about no longer believing in the supernatural is that I'm no longer afraid of like demons. Like I used to be afraid that demons were real and that they were like very present in the world. In fact, when I was a Catholic, there was a Catholic exorcist who made the claim that a demon told him that if you could see how many of us there are, we would blot out the sun. So I was like terrified of the fact that demons were real and they were everywhere. And now I'm just like, oh, it's bullshit. So, yeah.
Also, someone asked if you're restricted. Can someone repost to see? Because sometimes that doesn't show up.
Oh, I am restricted.
Yeah, can't repost. Yeah, you're restricted.
Well, fuck me. I'll just do a quick restart and hopefully that'll
right.
that'll do away with the restriction. Yeah. Fuck TikTok. I guess I gotta tread carefully now. Dalton has a kid. Wait. Who said Isaac? Who says I have a kid? Did I miss something? Did I say something that may have insinuated?
Dalton actually has 7 children.
Oh God. All right. Devonte Adams, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're a bit frozen.
Are you at least 18?
Yes.
What pronouns do you go by?
Dude, why do you have to ask me like gay shit?
Wait, pronouns are gay?
No, I said why do you have to ask me like gay shit?
Breaking news, God is gay as fuck. Anyways.
Why is God gay?
Because he uses pronouns. Now, what pronouns do you go by?
I don't know what them's are.
You don't know what pronouns are? You think I'm going to be able to have you think I'm going to be able to have intellectual conversation with someone who doesn't know something that we learned in elementary school?
Ironically, you use 2 pronouns, and I and them. And them are them itself is the type of pronouns we would be looking for, the third person ones. So you, in your improper language use there.
Yeah, so I'll give you like multiple choice to help you out here. Examples of third person pronouns are he, him, she, her, they, them.
Hello?
Pick
What do you
one.
mean hello?
Can y'all hear me alright?
Yeah, we can hear you.
This is a troll. They don't
Shut
have
the
bars.
fuck up, Johnny.
I said I can hear you. What do you mean? Tell me to shut up for you.
No, they were telling me to shut up because I called them out on that.
He said Johnny the.
The guy who does, are you at least 18?
Yeah.
What pronouns do you go by?
He, him, his.
And are you a Christian?
No, but I didn't. I wanted to go a little off prompt, if that would be okay. If not, I'll just drop down.
How off prompt?
Well, I just wanted to see if a certain argument would be good against like moral realism, which would in itself go against the Bible itself.
I'm not really interested.
Okay, all right. Have a good one.
You do. Dalton, play Rogue Trader. You'll either think or curse me. No in between.
And yeah, Dalton isn't also moral realism is a form of objective morality for everyone. So that's you can also it's like a very specific form of it because you can technically hold to objective morals without being a moral realist.
Big Schmel 0. Are you at least 18?
Yes, I am.
Do you live in America?
No.
You live in Canada?
No.
I think you're just saying this to avoid the actual question. What's a W-2 form?
I don't know.
That's because you're not 18. We can tell what you're trying to make your voice sound deeper. We can tell
Hello.
your balls haven't dropped. Fuck off.
Hello, my fellow adults. What are we talking about today?
That was just two children in a trench coat. Is all that was.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah. And I do not. If you are not at least 18, I do not want to talk to you. I barely want to talk to people who are like 19.
Yeah.
And 20. Okay. Username. Are you at least 18?
Yeah.
What pronouns do you go by?
I go by she/her.
And are you a Christian?
Yep.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to talk to us about?
Christianity is false.
All right. The reason why Christianity is false is because Christianity makes the claim that Jesus is the Messiah, and yet he doesn't fulfill any messianic prophecies from the Old Testament.
What prophecies did he not fulfill?
Well, this will be faster if you just name us one that he did.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think I'm not sure what you're talking about. I
You
mean,
don't know-
he
you don't-
fulfilled the prophecies of when he was born. Like he fulfilled
When he was
like the
born?
prophecies. Yeah.
Where does the
like the whole context surrounding about when he was born?
Where does the Old Testament prophesy when the Messiah would be born?
I mean, dude, do you want to just cut to the chase? Like, how come it's false?
That's why, because he doesn't fulfill any prophecies.
Name a prophecy he didn't fulfill that was in the Old
No,
Testament.
name one that he did.
Like, what is this? I asked you the question first,
No,
so you
I
have the
asked
burden
you
of
the
proof.
question first.
No, I asked you the
No,
question first.
No,
No,
username.
I asked you
I get
the
it.
question
Listen,
first.
I get it. If I didn't know the Bible either, I would also not want to have this question asked to me. I will. You know what? I will entertain you. I will do one, and then you will do one. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. Jesus didn't bring world peace.
I mean, yeah, he brought tons of peace. Are you kidding me?
Like, did he make it to where nation does not lift up sword against nation? Neither do they learn war anymore.
What'd you say? What the heck? You got so quiet at the end.
Nation do nations lift up sword against nation, and do nations learn war right now?
Do nations learn war? What are
Yes.
do nations learn war?
Is there something hard about the words I'm saying?
What do you mean by learn war? That's not like grammatically correct.
Yes, that is grammatically correct.
Do nations learn war? Learn how to succeed in war? Learn how
engage
to
it. It means do nations
exclude from
engage?
war?
It mean I goddamn, it's just
Here,
so difficult.
here is Israel testing weapons, learning war on Palestinians? Is that happening right now?
Learning war? What the heck?
Well, it seems like it seems like your problem's not with me, it's with the Bible, because that's what the Bible says.
It also seems like it's hearing.
So the Bible says
here.
The Bible says that
he shall judge. He shall judge between the nations and shall arbitrate for many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So if you're gonna start complaining, I guess your problem is really with the Bible.
Well, it's probably some sort of mistranslation or something.
No, it's not a mistranslation.
Yeah, it probably is.
Hebrew.
Do you speak Hebrew?
No,
he
I
is
don't.
the username is just doing this because they have literally no defense.
Yeah.
No, I have all the defense. What are you talking about?
It says Velo Yilmdo od Milchama, which means and they shall not learn war anymore.
Wait,
that's what
the way you said that, are you Yiddish by chance?
No.
That was like a really good accent.
That wasn't
Are you
even.
sure you're not Jewish?
I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, this is either just an asshole, Dalton.
Yeah. Here, username. I'm gonna give you one last opportunity to not make Christianity look like absolute shit. Give us a
I'm not even a
prophecy that
Christian,
Jesus.
bro.
Okay, bye. What a fucking.
That was a real interlocutor.
Yeah. Milwaukee Evergreens. Are you? No.
Fetus.
God damn. It's either I'm either talking to a brain dead individual or a child. Two people I don't want to fucking talk to. Can I get a Christian to come up who isn't an absolute imbecile? That would be great.
You'll be waiting a while.
Yeah. Another super chat here from
At Alicia with the $5. Pronoun fail number 2. Because I call bullshit on this dude's pronouns. Oh,
100% they were just lying. They were just lying, and they should know that Revelation 21 verse 8 says that liars burn in hell. So have fun in hell, I guess, if it turns out to be real.
You're quoting Isaiah 2 when it talks about world peace, right? Isaiah 2.
Isaiah 2:4.
Isaiah 11 also speaks of a time of world peace, correct? Too, when the predators and the prey will lie down together.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. And it also says that children can also play with snakes and they won't get bitten; they'll be fine.
Ooh.
And it also then further goes on to say that the Messiah is going to assemble all the outcasts of Israel back to the land as well.
Fun fact: this is a one of those examples of the what do you call it? What's it called when you think you remember something correctly, but it turns out you were wrong? Like Berenstein versus Berenstain.
Oh, a Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. The Bible doesn't say anything about the lion lying down with the lamb. It says it's the wolf lying down with the lamb. Yeah, we often misremember that as lion with the lamb. Why would anyone religion be right and the other is mistaken? I mean, that's perfectly acceptable for, like, if it turned out a religion, there's nothing logically incorrect about the idea about one religion being right and everyone else being wrong. Charlie, I don't give a fuck about Kant and Hegel. We're not talking about that. Yeah.
And then you got people who think that the Mandela effect is caused by like a split reality, where like the freaking, what was it, the Hadron Collider, when they turned it on, like 1990s, I think it was, late 1990s, that when they turned it on, it caused like a split reality. I actually have a neighbor who believes that, and I didn't know what she was talking about. She was talking about the split and the Hadron Collider. I didn't know what she was talking about until somebody like a couple months ago was telling me about how this was an actual belief, and I'm like, oh, really? Like, I didn't know this. That's some crazy conspiracy theory stuff right there.
Yeah, it's just like, I think the simplest explanation is that you were wrong.
Yeah.
Your brain is faulty. You thought you remembered something correctly. You were just wrong.
The problem, though, that I would see, that if like it's it's not impossible that one of these religions are like incorrect, but at least the ones that say that if you don't come to know this God, that you will go to some like burning pit or something like that. I feel like God would be a little racist because a lot of religions are divided by like geographic locations, which tend to be divided by ethnic groups.
Ooh, here's an idea for a prompt I could run one day. That will probably get some Christians in here. Like Judaism is more likely to be true than Christianity, or something to that effect.
Make sure you.
And of course, they're going to all think I'm Jewish. I'm going to tell them, nope, not Jewish. I'm just saying, if I'm an atheist, if I had to choose which one was more likely to be true, Judaism, because like there's less bullshit that you have to believe in that you have to accept under Judaism than under Christianity.
But you would have to clarify between the Abrahamics because I don't know. I don't know if you know enough about Zoroastrianism, which is like technically older. It's probably it's like some of those ideas were adopted from it.
No, I can just say that. Like, no, it's just like because all the problems that Judaism has, Christianity has too. It's just that Christianity has the problems of Judaism plus the problems of Christianity. So it's like it's got less problems.
But that would probably hold true with Zoroastrianism, though.
Yeah, but
I think it would be much. That's what I'm saying.
It's just to get
between
Christians to
those
call
three.
in it's just to get people to talk about messianic prophecy. Claire Hansen.
Hello.
I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Question number 1:
Perfect.
Are you at least 18?
Yes, I'm 19 actually.
Question number 2: What pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
Question number 3: Are you a Christian?
Yes, I'm actually Catholic, but
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy, ex-Catholic. I think. Which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to discuss with me?
honestly, I'm not really picky. I just want to say I am Catholic. However, I definitely don't lean Republican, so I'm not like crazy hate or anything. I love Jesus. I believe in the Lord. I am not pro like life or anything like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you kind of catch my drift, like
Yeah, you're just-
most people when they hear Catholic, they think
No, as an ex-Catholic,
you're-
I'm aware that there's like conservative Catholics and then there's like left-leaning Catholics.
Yes, I would-
You're basically one of the people that Republicans want to stop from voting.
Yeah.
probably.
Woman, not pro-life.
Yeah. So
Yep, that's me.
So which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to discuss with me?
Honestly, if you want to start, like, if you have like questions for me as a like modern Catholic,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm an ex-Catholic, so I'm already quite aware of
okay.
the religion.
Honestly, maybe the Jesus is dead topic. I think it's kind of a known thing that his body is not here on earth anymore.
Well, how do we know that?
Obviously, we know that because of the Bible, because of the sacred transcripts. That would be
Just to claim
something that you believe in as a faith. With any faith, you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
have.
but I don't believe the Bible's true, though. I think I would say that Jesus' body would be somewhere here on earth.
Well, he's not alive is the thing, but he is spiritually alive and here today.
Oh no, you can't affirm that as a Catholic. You're not allowed to say that. The belief in Catholicism is that Jesus is physically alive.
Is this number 8?
Number 8.
Is this? Yeah, this is this. We have a count going of people who say things like this, and yeah, to me, it's very strange that Jesus. Do you not think that Jesus resurrected from the dead?
Yes, obviously he did.
What happened? Yeah, what happened after he resurrected from the dead?
He joined God.
So
and you
when
know
did
and
he
you-
get?
Wait a minute, and you
when
are
did he-
you are aware that the body, according to Catholic theology, the body that was laid in the grave is the body that was raised. So he's physically alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So when did he die again?
What are you trying to say?
it said
You
his-
said he was dead. You said he came back to life.
spiritually.
Who or when he died? Where did he die? Again.
He passed away on the cross. He was
Okay.
moved.
And
Like
he-
I
and,
think
and I would say that he stayed dead He never resurrected. That's what the prompt's about.
Well, if you guys aren't going to be open, like I can't really.
I am open to evidence. I just don't think that the New Testament's very good evidence because I don't think the Gospels are true.
The New Testament is basically, it's not necessarily evidence of that happening. They knew it happened. That's like, it's like the result. You know what I mean? It's the result of that.
They who?
The disciples.
We don't know what the disciples necessarily believed. We don't have any writings from them.
All we know is that Paul, theoretically the earliest source, makes a claim that the disciples believed that Jesus had appeared to them, but we don't actually know what the disciples believe. We don't have any testimony from the disciples. This could just be a claim that Paul makes up. We don't actually know what the disciples themselves actually believed or witnessed.
Okay.
It's just a guy that makes a claim that that's what they believed.
It's not just a guy though. It's like Paul.
It is just a guy. Paul
was just a guy. He's just a guy who happens to be very, very like prominent in your religion, but he was just a guy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, but the thing is, it's a faith, so it's not like harming atheists. Do you know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah,
It's actually harming you as a Christian.
Yeah, it is very much so. Yeah.
Hey, Mads.
And you bring up faith, like what? And you know, faith is Hebrews 11:1, the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things unseen. What makes your faith better than a Muslim's faith in Muhammad and Allah? What's better about your faith than theirs?
I don't think I'm better than anybody else.
I didn't ask if you thought you were better than anybody. That's not what I asked. I asked what makes your faith, your blinding belief in something, better than what somebody else believes in.
I would say more true rather than better.
Yeah. Okay. What makes yours more true? Oh, thank you, Weird Cells. Thank you.
I don't really think that. I think everybody has their own right to believe what they like.
Okay, but it cannot. Okay, do you agree or disagree that they cannot both be true? Like Islam and Christianity cannot both be true.
I don't think so, but I'm not going to bash on anybody who.
I didn't ask about bashing. I just asked whether or not they could both be true.
I don't believe they both can be true. No.
Okay, so you think that yours is true, and that Islam is false, right?
Sure.
Okay, why should we think that yours is more true than Islam?
I believe that, well, Catholicism is a very old religion. It's been around for a long time, and there's a reason it's been around for a long time. It's not like a non-denominational Christianity thing. It's real, it's true, it studies and focuses on the Bible more.
Judaism's been around longer.
Okay.
So why should not just be Jewish?
Much longer.
That's fine, then they can be Jewish. I don't understand why you do.
Okay, I'm Claire. I'm gonna have to ask you to be less wishy-washy, and be like, take a stance on Christianity being true. Why should I be a Christian and not like follow Judaism?
I don't like. You're acting like religion is like spiritually harming you. I don't understand why we all just can't live our lives.
I don't.
Honestly,
Claire, I'm not care
it's
about.
just not getting through your head.
Claire, I don't care about. Oh, all right.
We don't believe in spirits. It can't. Like, Claire, come on. Like that was like sad. I know you came up here and you're like, well, if I'm just a nice person. No, we're skeptics. We don't believe everything that we hear. We're open to it, but it needs to be demonstrated to us. You can't just come up and be like, listen, I'm also progressive and all of this. Because there's tons. There's people in Islam that are also progressive. Every faith has progressivism in it. But why is it true is the question.
And her claim was, well, because it's really old and they study the Bible and things, that it means they must be right. But then Judaism is the same. Judaism studies the Hebrew Bible and it's way older. So like, why not just believe in Judaism over Christianity if your criteria is that it's older? Like,
she was just a lukewarm Christian is all it was.
Much, yeah.
Easton Wood, I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number
Yes, sir.
1, are you at least 18?
Yes, sir.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. Which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to discuss with us?
I was just kind of like, Christianity is BS, or the Bible is BS.
Hey Dalton, somebody in the comments is saying the guest is not 18.
You live in America?
Yes, sir.
What's a W-2 form?
What?
What's a W-2 form?
Yeah.
Revelation 21 verse 8. All liars have their place in the lake which burns with fire.
Thank you, Richard, in the comments.
Yeah, I literally was just clicking on their profile and going to say the same thing. Also, FAFSA is a good thing for young people as well, because sometimes some people don't work.
Why are these Christian kids such fucking liars?
I apologize for cutting you off, Dalton, but I thought you needed to know. So
Yeah. It's really like, if I was a Christian, I would be so disappointed in them. Jimmy Rizzo, are you at least 18?
I'm 21, sir.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
You have to give me the definition of Christian, because I think that Christianity has been turned into like a kind of lukewarm construct that can be manipulated under a cult of beliefs.
Someone who
I
believes
do
that
like
Jesus,
listen. Let me land my plane.
someone who believes that Jesus is the Messiah and the Son of God.
Oh yeah. Believe in the story of Jesus. Is that what you're saying?
Someone who believes that Jesus is the Messiah and the Son of God.
Like the story of Jesus, love the story of Jesus, hope that it's true.
Sure, why not?
Okay, all right. If that's what you want to call a Christian, sure.
Hope that it's true. I would expect you to believe that it's true.
Now,
well, if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't hope for it to be true.
All right, I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Which one of the 3 points on the board would you like to talk to me about?
Mostly was looking at the flag.
I don't care about that. Now, which one of the 3 points on the board would you like to talk
Oh,
to me
why
about?
would you put it up if you didn't care about it? I wanted to define love. Because
I could not give less of a shit about your definition of love. Which one of the 3
Well, no,
points
listen,
on
listen.
the
The only reason why I brought it up. Alright,
which one of
if I
the
can't say.
which one of the 3 points on the board would you like to discuss with me?
We'll just go top down if you want.
All right, the Bible is bullshit because it contains scientific and historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecies.
Just, do you want to give me one, or do you want me to say why
A failed prophecy?
I would like to argue it?
Yeah, sure, a failed prophecy. Jesus told us that he would return before all the disciples died. All the disciples died, and Jesus didn't return.
Then why does it talk about in Galatians how the work was already finished?
The work of the cross is finished, not the second coming.
Okay, fair enough. And you're saying that Jesus told the disciples the second coming would happen before they died.
Or the Son of Man is to come with his angels and the glory of his Father, and then he will repay everyone for what has been done. Truly I tell you, there are some standing here who will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
He just said some?
Yeah, there are some standing here among the disciples who will not die, will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Now, they've all died. It's been 2,000 years. They've all died. Did Jesus return?
I don't think so.
Nah,
Oh,
he
it's
was wrong
possible.
then.
Maybe he did a long time ago. Some people say that, but I mean,
Yeah,
to me, I don't think the truth has been reestablished. Because technically speaking, the theological aspect of Jesus returning just means the truth being reestablished, right?
No, it says that he would come with his angels in the glory of his Father, and that he would repay everyone for what had been done. That's as clearly.
Yeah, to reestablish the truth.
No, this is clearly about.
No, that's isn't the second coming also?
No,
hold on a second.
No, Jimmy.
When heaven is going to be established on earth, and the earth will live for eternity in a heaven state.
Jimmy. Well, that hasn't happened. Jimmy, this is about
exactly. So the second coming hasn't happened yet. I agree with you on that.
So the second coming hasn't happened. All the disciples died. So Jesus' prophecy failed. So Jesus is bullshit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wouldn't make the Bible bullshit. That would make Jesus bullshit.
Well, if Jesus is bullshit, then the New Testament's bullshit.
Yeah.
But if the Bible had if that's exactly what Jesus said, and the Bible said that's what Jesus said, then the Bible would still be accurate and not bullshit.
No, it would be inaccurate because the Bible makes the claim that Jesus will return before
Did
all
it
his
accurately
disciples die.
represent Jesus? Did it accurately represent
I don't
Jesus?
think the historical Jesus said or did any of the things from the Gospels. I don't think the Gospels are true. If you want to take the position that the Gospels aren't true, be my guest. That Jesus
You mean like the miracles and stuff?
Yeah, the miracles, the teachings of Jesus, the things that Jesus says and does in the Gospels. I don't think that those actually happened.
The sermons, the parables.
I don't think those are actually from Jesus. If you want to take that position, fine by me.
I kind of want to hear that.
I mean, personally, all I was gonna say about the topic, because I let you go how it's scientifically inaccurate, or that, and then you said that prophecy got failed. But I like that you're saying Christianity is false, because a lot of Christianity is interpretation of the Bible. Correct?
Your Christianity is also false. All Christianity is false. Every version of it.
Because you're saying it's based on a false principle.
It's basically, it's based on the principle that Jesus is the Messiah. That's not true. Didn't even fulfill any prophecy.
The story of Jesus is the Messiah because it can change heart postures, and when those heart postures
I don't care
affect
about
people
that.
2,000 years.
I don't care about that. That's not how you determine
Hold on a
someone.
second.
That's not how you
2,000
determine.
years later.
No, Jimmy.
Okay, hold on a second. Why do we call it 2020?
Hey,
Jesus
I just
Christ.
want to say that the Yazidis in Germany also changed hearts.
There are Muslims whose heart posture changes because of the Quran. Doesn't mean Muhammad is the final prophet. I don't give a shit about heart posture. The claim that the New Testament makes is that Jesus is the Messiah. If he's not the Messiah, I don't give a shit about your heart posture. Jimmy.
Well, so you say, okay, you really don't give a shit about heart posture. You don't give a shit about theological perspective.
What?
Well, so heart posture and theological perspective can be used together, conjoined, when you're talking about Christian theology.
Jimmy, why is it? This is a serious question. Why are Christians incapable of thinking linearly?
Listen, man, I'm not trying to convince you that
Yes,
God is real.
I didn't ask you. We're not talking about whether or not God's real. We're talking about whether or not Jesus is the Messiah and whether or not he fulfilled prophecies from the Old Testament.
Well, there's there's many prophecies that he did fulfill from the Torah.
Name one.
Him riding on the donkey into the city of.
First and foremost, not from the Torah. Secondly, half-assed. All Jesus did was riding to Jerusalem on a donkey. He didn't do any of the other things in that prophecy.
And a colt. There were two donkeys in the scenario.
Depending on the story, yeah.
Because the very next verse says he would cut off the chariot from Ephraim, the war horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow would be cut off. And then he would command peace to the nations. None of these things ever happened. Jesus didn't do any of them. In fact, after Jesus' death, the Jewish people were devastated by Hadrian.
If a prophecy states that 5 things are going to happen, and this person only does one of the 5 things and the other things don't get done, is the prophecy fulfilled?
No.
All right. So it says that your king comes unto you. Jesus was never a king, and that he would cut off the war horse from Jerusalem and the chariot from Ephraim, and that he would bring peace to the nations. None of those things happened, so it's not a fulfilled prophecy.
You're saying because there's never been peace among the nations?
Yeah. If you don't fulfill the prophecy, then the prophecy is not fulfilled.
Yeah.
But during the time that they wrote it, they were at war?
Yeah.
And you're saying that war never ended?
No, there's been wars constantly since then.
Okay, but that war that they were talking about, that one ended and there was peace among the nations?
Nope, not peace. There's never been a time in history where there's complete peace among the nations.
Well, we're talking about the two nations that are at war.
There's not just.
We're talking about the war that's
There's
going
not
on.
just.
You're saying yes, there's a war going on.
There's not
We're-
just.
Do you think? Hold on a
Jimmy,
second.
Jimmy,
Hold on a second.
Jimmy.
Do you think that there's a war
Jimmy.
going on?
Yes, there's a fucking war going on right now. The
Okay.
Israelis are genociding the Palestinians.
No,
There
at
are
that
tons-
time of the Bible.
It does. I don't care about just that time.
You're saying it's the same war?
No, it doesn't have to be the same war. What are you on about, Jimmy?
So that war that they were talking about came to peace?
Why are none of you able to track a conversation? It's.
I feel like you're not tracking. The war that you're talking about right
Jimmy.
now came to peace?
My God. Okay, let me say this slowly for you.
Oh,
Oh, he ran.
Wordhouse in the comments is a terrible eisegesis. He thinks that Jesus giving grace to people is the judgment. That's not what the judgment is. The judgment is when he condemns people to the lake of fire, while the other people are the ones that are allowed to stay in the kingdom. You've never read the book Wordhouse.
Also, heart posture, made up thing by like random churches. Just completely made up. The main source is Bible Hub or like different Nancy
You'll never find a heart posture in the Bible.
Nancy Grace is another source for this. Christian Lutheran. I'm not sure. Is this the Nancy transphobe Grace?
Yeah.
Wycliffe Bible translators.
Yeah. Anyways, hopefully we'll have a conversation with someone who's able to fucking track a conversation. That'd be great.
I asked Wordhouse to come up. He's too scared though. He's too scared to come up.
Yeah. Josiah, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
I'm 19.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
All right. Which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to talk to me about?
I would like to go over you were just talking to Jimmy about the prophecies that Jesus did not fulfill, and I would like to go over.
Yeah, there's not a single prophecy that is particular to the Messiah that Jesus fulfilled.
If you leave the screen, we cannot hear you.
There is.
Yeah, just pick your best one.
Micah 5:2.
All right, let's read Micah 5:2 then. And we're going to...
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. First and foremost, I'm going to test you. What do you think Micah 5:2 is about? What do you think it prophesies?
Micah 5:2 is about Jesus being born in Bethlehem.
All right,
and
question number 2. How many times does the word born or birth or birthed occur in Micah 5:2?
I'm not familiar.
Here, we're going to read it together. But you, O Bethlehem of Ephrathah, who are one of the little clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to rule in Israel, whose origin is from of old, from ancient days. How many times was a birth mentioned in this verse?
What translation are you reading?
I'm just looking at the original Hebrew.
It was not mentioned once.
Yes, that's correct, because Micah 5:2 isn't about the Messiah being born in Bethlehem. It's about someone who comes forth from the clan, not the city or village, but from the clan of Bethlehem, someone will come forth, and their going forth is from ancient times. All this is saying is that there's going to be a ruler in Israel whose origin is from wait a minute, I'm not done. All it's about is about how someone who would rule Israel is going to come forth from David's lineage, and David was from Bethlehem. Also, Jesus was
exactly,
not.
And that goes back to Jeremiah.
Wait. Was Jesus a ruler in Israel?
He was a descendant of David, who was a ruler of Israel. Yes.
No, but was he a ruler in Israel? Because it says that from Judah, Mimecha li yetzeh lachayot Moshe beYisrael. One shall come forward to me who will be ruler in Israel. when was Jesus a ruler in Israel?
In his lifetime, when he lived here on earth, he was not.
All right, then Jesus doesn't fulfill this.
Read Jeremiah 23:5.
Oh, Jeremiah 23:5. That's weird. That's the second time that got brought up today. Jeremiah 23:5. Also, Jesus doesn't fulfill Jeremiah 23 verse 5. Did Israel live in peace and security during the time of Jesus?
No.
All right. Well, it says here, the days are surely coming, says the Lord, when I will raise up for David a righteous branch, and he shall reign as king. He didn't. And deal wisely, and shall execute justice and righteousness in the land. Jesus never ruled as a king in the land. In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel will live in safety. That never happened.
Regardless if he was a king and the actual nation does not define whether he was.
No, that is important, because it doesn't just say he will be a king. It says he will be a king in the land. Jesus was never a king in the land.
I didn't hear what you said. You cut out.
It says he will be a king in the land. If he wasn't a king in the land, then he doesn't fulfill the prophecy.
It says he sits on the right hand of the throne.
No, he doesn't. That's a different passage altogether. Psalm 110, and that has nothing, and that's not even about the Messiah. Did you read the opening words of the psalm?
Isaiah 7:14.
Okay, now we're going to Isaiah 7:14. Question.
I too throw spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks.
Yeah. Here. Here's a question. The word for virgin in Hebrew is betula. Guess what word doesn't occur in Isaiah 7:14?
I do not speak Hebrew or Greek, so I do not know the exact translation from the
Yeah, I
Greek
do.
or Hebrew.
Well, I just told you the Hebrew word for virgin is. I'll actually. You don't even have to. You don't even have to like take my word for it. I'll just show you the Hebrew word for virgin. So I'll pull it up on the screen. Let's see. Here we go. Cancel browser.
It should also be stated for the record that the guy in the comments who said that judgment starts with grace gave me a passage that says nothing about that. He made the claim that's what it said, but it actually just says that the judgment begins with the household of God. Nothing about grace. Word House is a liar in the comments.
Yeah. Joel 1:8 says, "Lament like a virgin." Now the word for virgin here is right here. It's the word betula. Betula. You see down here in the Brown Drivers Briggs lexicon, it tells us that this word is a noun, feminine, and means virgin. Now, let's see if the word betula occurs in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. Let's see. It doesn't. The word that does occur, though, is alma. Alma, and alma means, according to the Brown Drivers Briggs lexicon, noun feminine just means young woman. So while your Bible might say, "A virgin shall conceive," the original Hebrew just says, "The young woman is pregnant."
So there's no verse in the Hebrew Bible that talks about Jesus being born of a virgin, is what you're saying.
Yeah, not one.
The author Matthew made a mistake because he's reading the Greek LXX, the Greek copy of the Old Testament. And in the Greek for Isaiah 7, it uses the word Parthenos. And the word, when the word was originally written down into Isaiah 7, the word Parthenos, in the LXX, when the word was originally used in the LXX for Isaiah 7, it could mean either a young woman or a virgin. It could mean either of those things. However, during the first century, the word had a lesser semantic range, where the word in the first century would just be referring to a virgin. So the author Matthew looked at this and said, hey, wait a minute, it looks like it says it's a virgin that's going to conceive. But the actual Hebrew doesn't say that. It says it's ha'al mahara, young woman. The young woman is pregnant.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah,
I go off ESV is what.
that's a mistake. I wouldn't do that. If I were you and you really wanted a good translation, I would get the New Oxford Annotated Study Bible using the NRSVU.
But kind of W for at least being like, okay, well, I don't know these points, so
That is true.
I'll give you some credit for that.
Yeah, I can always give somebody credit when they're honest and to say, "Hey, I did not know." That's perfectly fine. If you don't know something, that's fantastic.
What about Isaiah 35, 5-6, where it mentions and talks about the
You mean
healings
Isaiah?
and
Do you mean Isaiah
the
53?
miracles? No, Isaiah 35, 5-6.
Yeah, let's take a look at Isaiah 35. We're going to make sure we start not from verse 5, though. We're going to start in verse 1. Isaiah 35 says, "The wilderness and the dry land shall be glad. The desert shall rejoice and blossom like the crocus." That didn't happen in Jesus' time. "It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice with joy and shouting. The glory of Lebanon shall be given to it, the majesty of Carmel and Sharon. They shall see the glory of the Lord, the majesty of our God. Strengthen the weak hands and make firm the feeble knees. Say to those who are fearful of heart, be strong, do not fear. Here is your God. He will come with vengeance, with terrible recompense. He will come and save you. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened." Notice it says then. Then the eyes of the blind. So then indicates that this happens after we just read in verses 1-4. When did the desert bloom and blossom like the crocus?
You're asking me when did the
deserts of Israel like blossom before Jesus came?
I have no clue.
They didn't. There was a
That's
desert.
not talking about the prophecies that Jesus fulfilled himself.
No,
I'm talking about
well, notice that in verse 5, when you talk about the verse that talks about the healings, it says, "Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened." What does the word "then" indicate?
I'm confused. Can you repeat the question?
When I use the word "then" in a sentence, like this will happen, then this will happen. What does the word "then" mean in this instance? What is it being used to connotate?
After the deserts blossom.
Yeah. In other words, verse 5 with the miracles happens after verses 1-4, but verses 1-4 didn't happen. Therefore, even if there were miracles performed by Jesus, which I don't think there was, but even if we grant that, it wouldn't be the fulfillment of this passage because it didn't follow from what happened in verses 1-4.
So do you believe that Jesus was a person?
Yeah, he was just a Jewish guy who took a huge L from the Romans.
So do you think that a regular person could have completed or fulfilled these miracles being a normal person?
Was Moses a normal person?
Yes.
Did he perform miracles?
Yes.
So yeah, there you go.
But we also don't believe he actually did miracles.
Yeah, I don't think Jesus ever performed a miracle. Don't have any good reason to
You
think
don't-
that's real.
Yeah.
Do
you think Vespasian healed a blind man by putting dirt in his eyes?
Just I
Do I believe Jesus did that?
Just FYI, when you leave the screen, we can see that, and then we can also it cuts off your audio.
Yeah. Josiah, what I asked was do you believe that Vespasian healed a blind man by rubbing dirt in his eyes?
Do I believe Jesus did that?
No,
Vespasian. Vespasian, the Roman emperor.
Because we have supposedly historical documents that talk about this too. That says that he healed a blind man by rubbing dirt in his eyes using the power of Serapis. Do you believe that?
That's in the Bible?
No, it's recorded in history books.
And how many manuscripts?
All the
manuscript number doesn't matter. All manuscript number tells you is that a particular story was very popular and therefore it got copied a lot of times. But copying something down a lot of times doesn't make it more true. It just means it's more popular.
If that were the case, then so think of textbooks that had old beliefs in it, even like from us. Not all the old textbooks are correct, right? But it got copied a lot.
A manuscript is not just copies.
It
They
is.
are though.
It's
It literally
just
is.
copies.
And most of them come from the medieval period. Most of the manuscripts that we have of the New Testament come from the medieval period.
Wait, if manuscripts aren't copies, there's like how many versions of this text?
Manuscript-
They should differ because not everyone, like, unless like someone's beaming down the exact words into someone's head, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, what do you think a
'Cause they all
manuscript
say-
is?
A manuscript is the direct story told by a person of things that
No, those are called the autographs. The autographs are the original ones written by the authors of the text. Manuscripts are the copies made of the autograph.
Yeah, by this claim, Josiah, you would have to say that people lived several hundreds of years after this and were still alive to write this down.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Dear Grok.
Dear Grok.
That's gonna be the name of a Christian anti-apologist book. Dear Grok.
Dear Grok, this atheist online is telling me that we don't have any of the original writings. What do I do about that?
Every now and then I get it. By the way, everyone, I saw the new Spider-Man movie. It was dope.
Yeah. And also, most of the manuscripts we have come from the medieval period. We don't have any that are really around the time period. We have a lot of fragments. But
You heard it here first. Dalton does dope.
Asanonic said, "Dear Grok, make bikini pics of Jesus." Actually, wait a minute.
do it, Dalton. Use AI for evil.
Yeah, wait a minute. Let's see.
Don't do it on Grok, because Grok's gonna pull up teenage girls.
Yeah, that is true.
It's gonna
actually,
use teenage girl. That's pretty on brand for Grok. Actually, that sounds about right.
yeah. That's pretty on brand for Grok. And
Will ChatGPT
Yeah.
even make a? I think ChatGPT won't even make a. Here, make a picture of Jesus in a bikini.
I use Gemini because it's free and works really well.
Josiah's back, by the way.
Oh, welcome back.
I'm back. Yeah, thank you guys for your time. Appreciate talking to you guys, but I do have to get going. I'm Baptist. I believe Jesus rose from the dead.
I know.
I believe he's my savior.
And you have no evidence.
Believing in him is the only way to
Preaching engaged. Anyways,
Preaching mode engaged.
yeah,
Arguments for how to preach.
no one gives a shit about your beliefs.
Yeah, we already know what you believe. We already know. When you tell us you're Christian, we already know generally that your beliefs are that you believe Jesus was your savior, that he died on the cross for you, that you believe he resurrected on the third day. We know these things. We already know. We don't believe you.
So I grew up Baptist.
Yeah, I did too.
ChatGPT made it.
We have to see it, Dalton. You must show us.
Dalton doesn't care about the Colorado River. I'm just gonna say this.
Wait a minute. No.
My
Bikini- This is what he was doing when he was walking on the water.
The bulge.
Ugh, man.
That's what they meant when they were talking about the Battle of the Bulge.
All right. Peter Francie. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1.
Hey, guys.
Are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He.
And are you a Christian?
I don't understand why that's relevant.
I didn't understand what you just said. Are you a Christian?
I said I don't understand why the last question was relevant.
It doesn't matter. What are you a Christian?
If it didn't matter, then why did you
No,
ask?
I
it?
mean, no, it doesn't matter that you don't understand. Question
No,
number 3.
I do understand.
Are you a Christian?
I can understand you, but I don't understand why you asked the
my
question.
God.
I am.
Are you
a
a
Christian. Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible
What
guy.
are your pronouns?
He, him. Now, which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to talk to us about?
Well, I just noticed that with the last guy that was on, It was, you sort of said you don't really care about what he believes in.
My God, are you allergic to answering a question?
No, I'm just saying.
My question
you
was,
said about the last...
which one of the three? I didn't ask you about the last cast. My question was, which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to discuss with me?
Okay, well, I don't agree with any of the topics on the board, but
Naturally, since you're a Christian.
yeah.
Which one of the 3 would you like to talk about?
Well, we'll go for Jesus is dead.
All right.
So,
I think Jesus is dead because Jesus lived 2,000 years ago. People don't live to be 2,000 years old, unless you can give me a reason to think otherwise.
Well, there was the resurrection, as you guys said, you're familiar with all the things that Christians believe.
Yeah, why should I believe the resurrection happened?
Well, because he appeared resurrected.
Prove it.
Yeah, prove it.
To over 600,
Prove it.
over 300 eyewitnesses at one stage.
It's
both numbers wrong.
It's 500. And here, let's play.
Let's
Let's
play.
My God, shut
Yeah.
up. Oh, let's
You're
play.
God?
Let's play the 500.
you're an atheist, bro.
Hush.
Peter,
Let's
shut
play.
up.
You
Did
can't
you
be.
mention God?
Peter, you cannot be that stupid. Shut up. Let's play the 500 game now. So you've addressed the 500 witnesses. Tell us anything about them. Tell us some facts about the 500.
Can you name one of the 500? Can you tell us anything about them?
One was definitely cute. Statistically, it's just probable.
I do know that the disciples all bar. Sorry, I'm tired, guys.
I didn't ask you. Did I ask you?
What?
Did I ask
What?
you about the disciples?
Oh,
No.
Can you let a guy speak?
Here, Peter. I'll ask you to just shut your mouth, open your ears, and listen to the question, and then answer the question I asked you, and not the what question you want me to ask you. Can you tell me any facts about the 500 who allegedly saw the resurrected Jesus? You need to unmute yourself. God, if you can't fucking work the app. It's a little microphone button at the bottom of your screen. It has a slash through it. Click on that.
Also, someone has some background noise.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
John. I mean, there you
So,
go,
like,
Peter.
facts about any one of the 500 eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got, well, this sort of ties into the top statement that you're making, or the claim that you're making. So you're saying that the Bible is BS, but recorded in the Bible, you got Thomas.
Wait, Thomas? What makes you think Thomas is one of the 500? Where does it say that?
Because whenever Jesus is resurrected, then he comes and they're all gathered, and then he misses it, and then he goes, unless I put my... Can I speak?
Peter, the
Can I speak?
500, the
Can I speak?
500 is a particular group of Christians. What makes you think Thomas is part of that group of 500? Where does the Bible say that?
I'm saying there's over 500, all right? Including the disciples as well, who saw him
the disciples
resurrected.
are a separate group.
They're still eyewitnesses.
Peter.
They were still eyewitnesses.
Jesus, fuck, Peter. I'm only asking you about the 500 right now. We're only talking about...
believe in Jesus.
Peter,
every time you dodge hyper deconstruction,
Peter.
go back and prove Jesus again.
You're turning more people into atheists every time you say something stupid like this, Peter. I'm an American. In America, we speak English. And when we speak in the English language, Jesus Christ is an explicative. It's just normative language for people who are exasperated. So when you say, oh, you believe in Jesus, you know I don't fucking believe in Jesus. And you either sound disingenuous or you sound stupid when you say something like that. Now, we are only asking you, not about the disciple, not about the 12 disciples. I'm only asking you about the 500. We're playing the 500 game right now. Tell me any fact about the 500.
And Peter, every time you dodge the question, you're creating a time dilation where cyber deconstruction goes back and re-crucifies Jesus just over and over again. That's what he told me in the comments. I believe him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us
So for
one
you-
fact about the 500.
For Jesus'
Can
sake,
I
you
ask
better
this a
answer.
question?
No, you can answer my question.
Can I ask one?
No.
If I can ask one question, then I'll go.
No means no. Answer my question.
Well, would you agree Thomas saw Jesus resurrected?
I'm not talking about Thomas. We're talking about the 500. Staying on topic. Do you know any facts about the 500?
I do not.
Ah,
The Bible doesn't say.
Yeah, the Bible doesn't say jack
The
shit
Bible
about it.
doesn't-
Now we can talk about Thomas. No, I don't think Thomas saw Jesus resurrected because I don't think the Gospel of John
Wait,
is true.
I can
You
name
don't-
one
you don't
fact.
believe.
Some were men
ahead.
and some were women.
But yeah, there you go. There you go.
Maybe.
Some were men and some were women, and and that was all they were. Men
Yeah,
or
I
women.
mean, it says brothers and sisters, so I guess that too is an assumption.
Yeah. Pretty
And at
binary
least-
terms.
At least one of them was hot. I think we could.
At least one of them was a twink, for sure.
Listen, can I just ask you guys one
God.
question? Before
You know what? Watch.
I'll
Actually,
just
you know,
go with, like,
just
get on with
just
your
to just to show,
mocking
just to
session, whatever it is.
Jesus fucking Christ, Peter. Yeah, you know what? You can ask me a question, and unlike you, I will actually fucking answer.
All right, bro. Look, I think you talk about Jesus more than I do, man.
Yeah, it's my job.
But no, it's not. Man,
It is
you've
my
made it your mission.
it is my job. I get paid to do
Okay.
this.
All right. Well, what is the whole drive behind you guys doing this? Whenever if it's just nonsense
Deconstruction.
and it's all
Deconstruction.
untrue,
Deconstruction.
then why?
Deconstruction. We do deconstruction work. I first and foremost I get paid to do this. This is how I make my livelihood. Secondly, but not more important, but this is more important. Deconstruction work. I help people deconstruct from their horrible beliefs in the Bible. And I help make more people into atheists, which makes the world a better place. So there, I answered your question directly, which you couldn't fucking do to save your life.
Also, Peter, just because of the way you're acting on this live, I'm gonna bloat your ego. It's just all about you, Peter.
No, it's not about me.
We knew
I
you
am
would come
not-
up here one day.
No,
It's
yeah.
weird because you keep over talking, interrupting, and acting this way. So I just assumed I would fill that gap for you.
Okay. Well, yeah. You go ahead. But at the end of the day, all the honor, glory, praise, and majesty goes to Jesus.
Goes
So-
to Peg. I know it goes to Peggy. It goes to Peggy. Peggy, with her girthy goodness, is going to absolutely fucking plow all of us.
No.
She's gonna stretch us and gape us, and we'll be filled with her girthy goodness. So, anyways, now that you're done with your bullshit preaching, do you have actually anything of substance to say,
Oh my days.
or are you just gonna be a weak
Yeah.
ass Christian who doesn't have anything of substance to say?
What?
Yeah, you're just too stupid. Anyways,
Say it again.
Peter, it has not been a pleasure talking to you, but that is the end of our show. Thank you, Peter, for turning more people into atheists by showing how intellectually incapable you Christians are. I have a super chat here from, let's see,
At Fern Lobond with the $2. Ashlyn, please enter your time/hours for today.
See,
called out
work
for
never escapes you.
Yeah, you can't get away from work. Man, that was crazy. Well, guys, I think we had like maybe one or two good conversations today, but mostly just Christians who are just like 2 neurons away from being brain dead. But anyways, we tried, but we made more atheists today, I'm sure. We showed everyone how silly Christianity is. So, I did my job today. All good. Anyways, let's see who's live right now. I can send you guys off to go see. No Pornhub. Let's see. TikTok. There we go. Was I looking at porn while some of these Christians were talking to me? Yes, I was very bored with them.
Yeah, well, hey,
But that's
you're an
besides the
adult, that's
point.
fine.
Let's see. You know what? I've never sent I've never sent anyone to go to Ogar. Ogar, OGAR, is live right now. Go over to Ogar's channel and tell him that the Bible guy sent you. If you're on YouTube, I don't think Ogar does Ogar have a YouTube?
I don't know.
If he doesn't have a YouTube, oh, he does. Okay, then on YouTube as well, y'all go check out Ogar. What's his YouTube channel name? Let's take a look. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. OGAR. Ogar Debates. Let's see.
Does he stream?
Yes, he's streaming right now. So take a look. I'll show everyone on the screen. No, sexy Jesus, go away. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Go over to Ogar Debates over on YouTube. Send a Bible guy raid. We've never sent one over to them. So tell them the Bible guy sent you. Be a representative of the community, everybody, and be good boys and girls. All right. Represent us well over there. Anyways, I've been the Bible guy. I would like to thank Ashland and Johnny and Redhead and Snitch today for coming up and hanging out with us. And I've been the Bible guy. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, Dalton. You have a good night. I'll see you later, my friend.
Yeah.
Bye.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame, he tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the stars align, knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind faith fell. He reads the word and he reads it well. The Bible guy, seeker of the light. Through time and fire he rides the night, with reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible guy. Scrolls of ages, words of flame.